Presented by Sarshone Auto Group. Now let's take you live to the field and our play-by-play team.
Let's go do it. Let's go do it.
It's high school football on the Q92 Sports Network. Presented by Sarshone Auto Group.
Football. Catch the fever.
10 seconds. 10. From Green High School, it's time for high school football, presented by the Sarshone Auto Group on Q92. Good evening. My name is Clint Scroggs, along with Brian Beatty and Ryan Bevere. We are coming to you on a balmy Friday night as we are continuing with the warm and pleasant weather. Not really football weather, but it's not fall until next week. We have another nice warm evening for high school football. No chance of rain. And a fast track tonight for two teams who can move the ball. It's the Jackson Polar Bears and the Green Bulldogs. Jackson at 2-2, Green at 3-1. And Brian, we saw last week Lake and Perry, two teams that like to grind it out, hold on to the ball, rock rib defense. A little bit more diversity with these two teams here tonight.
Yeah, absolutely. We have two open offenses. Like to throw the ball, like to run the ball. They not heavy one way or the other. Pretty, even, but we're going to see more of an open ball game for sure.
We have a whole bunch of games for you here tonight on Q92 and Q92radiosports.com. We'll hear from the head coach of the Jackson Polar Bears in a little while, but next we will hear from those covering the other games we have for you. It's another Score 7 Friday night. And we'll be hearing about those games coming up. So we'll take a timeout here from Green. Jackson and Green coming up. You're listening to high school football presented by the Sarshone Auto Group on Q92.
Sarshone Auto Group is Ohio's fastest growing automotive group with 6 locations in Northeast Ohio, featuring top brands like Chevy, Ford, Ram, Jeep, Dodge, and more. Experience the fast, friendly, no-pressure approach to car buying that makes Sarshone truly different. Visit Sarshone today or see the selection of thousands of new and used vehicles at Sarshone.com. Sarshone Auto Group, an official partner of the Cleveland Browns.
Good evening, everyone. Welcome to Week 5, the halfway point of the high school football regular season. I'm Jay Wilhelm, and I'm here live at Lake as the Blue Streaks host the Glen Oak Golden Eagles in this Friday night Federal League matchup. Glen Oak comes in with an 0-4 record after falling to the McKinley Bulldogs last week by a final score of 35-6. Their only score against the Pups came via a pick six by Adrian Burt. It is well documented about the youth and inexperience of this football team, and you just want to see them make positive steps forward each week until the experience is enough to compete on a weekly basis. The Lake Blue Streaks enter tonight's game with a record of 3-1. They lost their Federal League opener and first loss of the season last Friday as they fell to the Perry Panthers in their place by a final of 17-7 in a hard-fought, hard-nosed ball game. Coming home, they'll look to get back to their winning ways and get their first conference win of the season. A Federal League matchup in one of my favorite stadiums in the entire area. Kickoff is scheduled for 7 p.m. Glen Oak Lake live from Blue Streak Stadium with Q92 Radio Sports. I'm Jay Wilhelm.
We are coming to you live from Canton Central Catholic High School, where tonight, two teams that got their first win of the season last week will meet and try to continue that momentum going towards the midway point of the season, as the Canton Central Catholic Crusaders host the Alliance Aviators. The Aviators come into tonight's game coming off their first win of the season at home last week with a 46-24 victory over Ellett. The Aviators made a change at quarterback in Week 4 as they took wide receiver J.R. Jackson and installed him as the new quarterback. The results were positive as he went 16 for 21 for 214 yards and 2 touchdowns. Running back Ravon Hawkins also chipped in with 35 carries for 150 yards and a rushing touchdown as well. The Aviator offense came alive under the direction of J.R. Jackson. They'll look for that to continue tonight against the Crusaders. The Canton Central Catholic Crusaders also got their first win of the season last week in 2 overtimes with a 24-21 victory over the Salem Quakers. In that game, the Crusaders ran for almost 300 yards on the ground, and they did it as a team. with running back Luke Spittler rushing for 86 yards. Senior Grady Noggle running for 76 yards. And Connor Thomas rushing for 85 yards and pulling in 6 catches for 88 yards. The Crusaders are hoping to keep their offense that scored 61 points in the last 2 weeks going in Week 5 against Alliance. It should be a fun one here as the Aviators take on the Crusaders, and you can hear it all live on AM 1310 WDPN and, of course, streaming live at Q92radiosports.com. From Canton Central Catholic, I'm Christian Bigglesworth for Q92 Sports.
Finding the right space to open or relocate your business can mean the difference between success and failure. The real estate professionals at Putman Properties will help find the perfect commercial property to suit your needs. Putman Properties specializes in office, retail, warehouse, manufacturing, investment, and multifamily residential real estate. Looking to sell your commercial real estate? Putman Properties marketing professionals will utilize local, regional, and national networks developed over 30 years to command the highest yield available. Contact Putman Properties at 330-498-4400 or visit them online at putmanproperties.com.
We are streaming to you live on Q92radiosports.com from Heinz Stadium, the home of the Minerva Lions, who are taking on the visiting St. Thomas Aquinas Knights. Minerva is coming in 0-4 and is looking to win their first game since 2020. They're currently on a 33-game losing streak. And jump on the other side, St. Thomas has not won a game since 2022. So both teams are looking to get in that win column for quite some time. And it should be an interesting matchup come kickoff time, and you can hear it all on Q92radiosports.com. For Q92 Sports, I am Matt Morrison.
Welcome to Week 5 of the high school football season and on to the second week of conference play. In this Week 5 matchup, we will have the 3-1, 0-1 in the Pac-7 Fairless Falcons traveling to the 3-1, 0-1 in the Pac-7 as well, Northwest Indians. Both teams were undefeated going into last week when they both lost by the two other undefeated teams in the Pac-7. Fairless lost to Triway 17-7, and Northwest lost to Manchester 29-22 in overtime after leading 22-6 at halftime. The Indians were able to top the Falcons last season 42-35, and the Indians hold the overall record of 4-3 since joining the Pac-7 in 2017. The offenses for both teams have been very good through 4 weeks, with Fairless averaging 24.5 points a game and Northwest averaging just over 29 points a game. The Falcons like to run a balanced attack of pass and run and are led at quarterback by sophomore Mikey Ritterbeck, getting his first taste of varsity action as the starter this season. However, this offense runs through 3-year starter Peter Killey, who was coming off an injury last season but has been healthy so far this year and looks to continue to lead this team. For the Indians, senior Chase Badger has taken control of the offense and has not looked back. What looked to be a 2-quarterback system has turned into one with Badger at the helm. The dual threat star has thrown for 646 yards with 10 touchdowns and 2 interceptions, while being the team's leading rusher with 223 yards and 3 touchdowns. There are 4 receivers on this Indians team with over 150 yards, and Badger's favorite target is junior Logan Allman, who leads the team in receptions with 23, yards with 184, and touchdowns with 4. Which team can get back into the win column and pull themselves back to 500 in the Pac-7? Will it be the Indians or the Falcons? Only way to find out is by tuning into Q92radiosports.com. For Q92 Sports, I'm Ian Herman.
By choosing Life Care Family Health and Dental in Canton as your medical home, you'll have access to a variety of integrated health services, including dental, vision, women's health, children's health, and behavioral health. Life Care's goal is to provide comprehensive and coordinated medical care to maximize health outcomes for you and your family. If you are sick, we have same-day appointments for our current patients. For information on how to become a new patient, visit lifecarefhoc.org. At Life Care Family Health and Dental, you will never get turned away. We have reached the halfway point of the 2024 high school football season, and tonight we are at Memorial Stadium in North Canton for the 102nd matchup between the 2-2 Louisville Leopards and the 2-2 North Canton Hoover Vikings. Louisville leads the all-time series 56-40-5, but the Vikings have won the last 4 and 7 of the last 8. Louisville is coming off of a 28-13 victory last week over Marlington, and with 2 wins on the season have already surpassed last year's win total. Leading the way for the Leopards on offense is senior quarterback Tate Aljantic. Aljantic has completed 61% of his passes this season for 573 yards with 3 touchdowns and 4 picks. Louisville is averaging 35.3 points a game this season compared to just 9.4 points per game last year. Also adding to the success this year is junior running back Owen DiMarzio. Last week, he ran for 102 yards on 17 carries and 2 touchdowns. On the season, DiMarzio has run for 280 yards and 176 yards receiving. The Hoover Vikings opened up Federal League play last week with a 21-19 loss to Green. The Vikings are working their way through an adjustment period since losing their starting quarterback, senior Zach Brocker, to a season-ending knee injury in Week 2. Junior John Collins has stepped into the role the last 2 weeks and has thrown for 160 yards with a score and rushed for 206 yards with 4 touchdowns on the ground. Leading the offensive production for the Vikings is senior running back A.J. Dolph. Dolph is leading the Federal League in rushing with 416 yards and 3 touchdowns on the ground behind a big veteran-led offensive line. Will the Leopards break the losing streak against Hoover, or will the Vikings' dominance continue? Find out tonight. Join me, Ryan Keller, and my broadcast partner, Mike Voorhees, with kickoff at 7 o'clock on Q92 Radiosports.com. From Memorial Stadium in North Canton, Ryan Keller, Q92 Sports.
It's a classic Federal League showdown tonight at Tom Benson Hall of Fame Stadium as the McKinley Bulldogs at 2-2 play host to the 3-1 Perry Panthers. Both teams enter 1-0 within Federal League play as McKinley defeated Glen Oak last week 35-6 on the road, and Perry defeated Lake to hand the Blue Streaks their first loss of the year 17-7. Perry's defense this year has been outstanding so far through 4 games, holding teams to just 5.5 points per game and under 200 total yards of offense per game. And on offense, Perry continues to go with the classic look with a bevy of tailbacks, Kyson Walker and Connor Shepard being the 2 that lead their wing T charge. For McKinley, it's going to be about whether they can limit their mistakes tonight. It's been an interesting start to a 2-2 season with losses to Cass Tech from Detroit and Avon, who is one of the better teams in Division II. Their 2 wins coming against Warren Harding and, of course, Glen Oak last week. If McKinley can limit the mistakes, they might be able to pull off a win tonight, which would be a different thing in this series. The last 6 meetings, the road team has won. The last time McKinley won a home game against Perry was 2012. It's Perry and McKinley tonight at Tom Benson Hall of Fame Stadium, and we'll have the game for you on Q92 Radiosports.com. For Q92 Sports, I'm John Bozica.
RG Drag, Stark County's premier career center, offers programs that prepares its students at the high school level for careers and continued education beyond high school. Upon completion, RG Drag students have an immediate opportunity to obtain a well-paying job in many exciting career fields. We offer everything from culinary, dental assisting, engineering, sports turf and landscape, welding, and so much more. Contact RG Drag to find a program and career that's the perfect fit for you. RG Drag, where careers begin.
Here on Q92 with the head coach of the Jackson Polar Bears. His name is Jay Rohr, and his team takes on the Green Bulldogs this week. And Coach, 0-2 start against 2 pretty good teams, coming back with 2 straight wins as you get into Federal League play this week. How do you assess the first 4 games of the season?
You know, I'd like to say we're right where we want to be. Obviously, that's not the case, but you know, we preach week in and week out, day in and day out. We just go one day at a time, one step at a time. And right now, no matter what's happened through the first 4 weeks, you know, our focus is on today, getting better today, and certainly Thursday, and then obviously the opponent, which is the Green Bulldogs, on Friday. So we're excited to get into Federal League play. I know those guys have all already played a game, and we were the odd ones out this past week. But again, just excited for the opportunity.
Well, you have to be excited about how your team has come back from what could have gotten them down at the beginning of the season. How was that able to happen? Talk about the leadership on your team that allowed them to do that.
Yeah, I mean, that's just built throughout the summer. We got 5 tremendous captains that were voted on by their peers. And I say this wholeheartedly, this is probably one of the best years as far as senior leadership and captains go. These guys, they work extremely hard day in and day out. They certainly hate to lose. And when I say that they work hard, they buy into the coaching. They accept and take constructive criticism through films, and ultimately they just want to get better. They want to compete at a high level, and they certainly know what's at stake coming this Friday, going against the Green Bulldogs, and again, our first game in the Federal League.
The Bulldogs coming up this week, and they have been off to a good start, and they've been on a good roll in the last few years. You've played some really close games against them. When you see them on film, what do you see?
Well, first and foremost, I have a ton of respect for Coach Geis and what he's been able to do over the years since taking over the program, him and the staff. I just think, even more so this year, they're working on being more of a 50-50 run pass style team. They got guys all over the field. They truly do. What an inspiration again for a guy like Martin to be able to come back from a second ACL injury and to play already. This past week and coming into this week. They got the Fortunato brothers, who are tremendous athletes that play on both sides of the ball. They got great size. And they got, a quarterback that I think is as dynamic as they come between a run and pass. So, again, you're talking about a disciplined, a well-coached football team, a team that can score a lot of points, plays great defense. So, as I keep repeating, it's just, we look forward to a challenge. And our kids, we won't back down. As you can say, in weeks 1 through 4, they've grinded their way back into this thing. And again, just look forward to having that opportunity come Friday.
You talk about balance of Green. Your team has tried to get to that balance as well. You've been able to move the ball through the air and on the ground. What's your ideal in that case?
Yeah, I think just to keep mixing it up. Certainly, whether it's run to set up the pass, or if we have to throw and get them to back off to incorporate the run. It's creating the balance to keep teams off track, if you sort of speak. But we know that being able to run the football is a big staple that we have to be able to do. But we certainly have a great quarterback and certainly some skill guys that we know that we can get the ball in their hands, and they have the opportunity to make big plays as well. So whatever the defense is giving us, Coach Bardwell, our offensive guys, and certainly our offensive players, they know that we'll take what they give us, obviously, to be able to move the football down the field.
It's Jay Rohr. He's the head coach of the Jackson Polar Bears. They take on Green this week. And Coach, thanks again for your time and good luck.
Clint, appreciate you having me. Thanks so much.
Get into SARTA and get SARTA Smart. Not sorta smart, SARTA Smart. Did you know we have 32 fixed routes? Just think of all the places that'll take you. So many of your SARTA destinations to shop, eat, entertain, have fun, learn, and earn. Catch any of them at our 4 transit centers. You'll find them in Alliance, Belden Village, Hinton, and Massillon. That's how you get into SARTA and get SARTA Smart. Visit sartaonline.com/smart.
This is high school football on Q92, presented by Sarshone Auto Group.
Welcome back to Green High School. Clint Scroggs, Brian Beatty, Ryan Bevere getting ready for Jackson and Green. Polar Bears rebounding from an 0-2 start to win 2 straight. This will be their first Federal League game of the season, evening their record last year with a 21-19 win at Mayfield. 2 losses are against Mentor and Austin South Fitch, who are combined 8-0. Their junior quarterback, Lucas Eckerman, has returned from injury to complete over 59% of his passes, 697 yards, 8 TDs, 2 interceptions. Junior running back Christian Satterfield ran for 214 yards against Stowe 2 weeks ago. He has 346 yards on the season. And their top receiver on the year is Noah Calando, who comes in with 14 catches, averaging over 25 per grab and 6 touchdowns on the season. He had 153 and 2 scores on 3 catches last week. Green Bulldogs won their 3rd straight. They stopped a Hoover 2-point conversion in the final moments, winning 21-19. Their only loss, a 4-point defeat at Dover in week 1. Big story for them last week, the return of Antonio Martin from another ACL injury. Caught 6 passes for 57 yards and a score. Tyson Hunka, 260 yards passing, 3 touchdowns and 1 interception. He's completed 62% this year with 5 touchdowns. Tyson Hunk has thrown for 684 yards on the campaign. Hunka, Evan Reed, Anthony McMichael have combined for 529 yards rushing and 3 touchdowns. And the Bulldogs have given up less than 12 points per game in their 3-game winning streak. Let's take another timeout. We'll come back and we'll get ready for the kickoff of tonight's game between Greene and Jackson. You're listening to high school football presented by the Sarshone Auto Group on Q92.
Sarshone Auto Group is Ohio's fastest growing automotive group with 6 locations in Northeast Ohio, featuring top brands like Chevy, Ford, Ram, Jeep, Dodge, and more. Experience the fast, friendly, no-pressure approach to car buying that makes Sarshone truly different. Visit Sarshone today or see the selection of thousands of new and used vehicles at sarshone.com. Sarshone Auto Group, an official partner of the Cleveland Browns.
Since 1962, DeHoff Realtors has been a cornerstone of the Jackson community. Proud supporters of the Jackson local schools. We're committed to helping our neighbors buy and sell homes with expertise and integrity. Visit us at DeHoff.com or call us at 330-499-8153. And let's champion your next move together. Go Polar Bears! DeHoff Realtors, your championship team in real estate dedicated to serving the Jackson community with pride.
This is high school football on Q92, presented by Sarshone Auto Group.
Greene and Jackson just about to go. Jackson leads the all-time series 14-5. They won last year 20-13. The 2 previous games were each decided by 1 point, with each team winning one of those. A big matchup in the Federal League, as we say. Jackson playing their first Federal League game. Greene getting a win over Hoover last week, but you got Greene that's 3-1. They got Perry that's 3-1. You got Lake that's 3-1. Plus all the usual contenders just bubbling below those teams. Need to get off to a good start for these teams tonight.
Yeah, for sure. This is week 5, halfway through the regular season. And the computer points are going to start. Something you're going to start looking at. You need to get those quality wins, get those wins. A lot of teams make it in now, but you want to be in that top 8 to get the bye early, or not the bye, but the home field advantage, getting the top 4. Jackson's sitting at number 7 in Region 1, Division 1, and Greene is sitting at number 4 in Division 2, Region 5. So a lot of computer points out here, and just a great atmosphere for a ball game.
Stay tuned for the Paramount Elite player of the game following tonight's broadcast. Paramount Elite for all your general contracting and home restoration needs. Jackson, the visitors tonight, in the all-white with the purple and yellow stripes. Purple numbers trimmed in yellow. They have the yellow helmets with the purple face mask. Greene in the all-black tonight. Orange numbers and trim. They have the black helmets with the orange stripe across the top and the Green Bay Packers style G on the side in orange. And we are just about ready to go as Jackson will be kicking off to start things here this evening. Kickoff man for the Polar Bears, Cooper Miser, who does all their kicking, punting as well, and he sends it deep. It's going to come down at the 5-yard line. And that is Martin up the near side, and he's going to be hit and stopped short of the 20. Good coverage by the Polar Bears. First man down was Van Reardon. And he makes the tackle back on the 17. So that's where Greene will start, 1st and 10. And the Bulldogs will come right to the line of scrimmage. Their center is Nolan McKendry. The guards are Zane Alcati, Wyatt Knowlton. The tackles Cam White and Dario Lombardi. The quarterback is Tyson Hunka. Takes the snap, pitches to the near side, and I believe we had maybe a false start there on the offense as the pitch went to Evan Reed around the end, but I think there was movement before the snap of the ball. The receivers, Antonio Martin, Evan Giorgio, Anthony Fortunato, and Caden Gregory. We'll see Evan Reed as a running back. And they'll mix it up quite a bit in the backfield. Will the Green Bulldogs. But they'll have a 1st and 15 here on their own 12. As they work away from the scoreboard. Left to right. And on first down, they'll run it up the middle, and Reed's not going anywhere. The middle of the Jackson line takes care of that play. It was Mitchell Brocker, a senior linebacker, who was the first one there on the stop for the Polar Bears. So a slow start offensively for Green. They have 2nd and 15 on their own 12. The D line has Nolan Foster, Robbie Eberhardt, and Evan Mauser. Foster Stanley plays the Fox. Jordan Warmuth, Mitchell Brocker, Zach Saleh are the linebackers. And it's going to be a throw. Hunka going over the middle. It's caught across the 20 to the 25-yard line. Catch is made by Caden Gregory crossing the field. Tackled on the play by 85 Zach Saleh, and it'll be 3rd down and about 2.5 here for Green from their 25.
Yeah, Jackson only rushed 3 there, gave plenty of time for the quarterback to sit back. A nice little crossing pattern there, and a nice gain.
So trying to overcome the penalty here in the first possession. 3rd down, 2.5. Hunka's going to throw. Goes out to the far side. Martin has it. Takes a hit, and I believe he hung on to the ball, and he did. And he's going to have a 1st down out to the 29-yard line. Took a nice hit from Van Reerden, but hung on to the ball, and the Bulldogs do overcome the penalty and have a 1st down on their 29-yard line, just underway.
Nice route there by Martin. Got the distance, knew where to change, got ahead of him by about 2 yards, came back to the ball, made a nice catch.
On 1st and 10. It's going to be a fake option to the right. The quarterback runs up the middle. Nice moves to get away from a couple of tacklers, but he goes down at about the 33, 34-yard line. Brought down by Foster Stanley.
Jackson's going man-to-man. Linebacker came up, had the back out of the backfield and saw the quarterback keep. It was a nice adjustment by the linebacker.
Jordan Warmuth is their leading tackler with 33. Mitch Brocker, 30. And Saleh, 36. They have the majority of the Jackson tackles this year. 2nd and 6. Hunka throwing down the middle. It's caught by Martin across the midfield stripe. And he gets into Jackson territory at the 46-yard line. One of the defenders looked like he turned the wrong way, and the ball just went right by him. And another big pickup there for Green into Jackson territory on the 46, where it will be 1st and 10. They have 2 receivers each side. Hunka alone in the backfield. Quick straighten up and throw to Reed near side. And following his blocker, takes it down to the 41. So a 5-yard pickup. 5 yards to the 41. 2 officials talking after that play before the ball is spotted. Not sure what that's about, but no flag or anything. 2nd and 5 for Green. They've taken this first possession from their own 17. Hunka, again, quick throw near side. Caught in the flat at the 35-yard line by Anthony Fortunato.
Yeah, Jackson's still just rushing 3 up front. Green's doing a great job picking it up. Not much pressure at all, and he's just sitting there pitching and catching right now.
Ball will be spotted on the 34. They have 3 to the left. Now a man comes in motion. It's Reed. They give him the ball on the sweep around the end of the 30, and he's cut down at the 27-yard line by Van Reerden again with a tackle. That's going to be a 7-yard gain, and the Green offense, after a slow start, is in high gear right now. We're 4 minutes in, or just about. Green on the Jackson 27 with a 2nd down and 3. Hunka again alone in the backfield. Looking near side, going to go deep along the sideline and off the hands of Anthony Fortunato, who reached up for that high pass. Cooper Geisinger in coverage for Jackson, and that brings up a 3rd and 3.
Yeah, just missed through that. If you'd have stuck that a little bit more of a line instead of had a little too much air on it, he was open in the seam, or in the gap for sure.
Bulldogs look to the near sideline for the play. You've got signals. You've got boards with pictures on them. Only the players know for sure. Here comes Reed in motion again. They fake to him. Hunka runs up the middle, 25, and slides down to the 21 with another Green first down.
Great read by Hunka there. He saw the linebacker take that sweep option away, and he just stuck right up the middle. Almost like a power sweep is what I would call that.
Ball on the 21-yard line. 1st and 10. Tyson Hunka takes the snap, looks out to the left, back to the right, now being rushed. Running around in the backfield, still being chased. Throws on the run, and it's almost intercepted. He threw it right into the hands of Nolan Foster, defensive end, who dropped back and nearly had that one come right to him.
Yeah, quarterbacks love making plays, but sometimes it's better just to throw the ball out of bounds.
So good coverage downfield and a good pass rush for Jackson. 2nd and 10 on the 21. Trips out to the left, 2 to the near side. Hunka back to throw. And out of the backfield, it's Martin crossing the field, 15, far side, gets a block, 10-5, touchdown, Bulldogs. 21 yards, Antonio Martin with the touchdown grab.
Yeah, they've had Martin lined up to the left out wide. They brought him over to the right in the slot and just had a delay cross pattern by him. Quarterback did a great job looking away to the right, and that Martin came wide open across.
Extra point coming. Owens Wisher is holding. And Logan Norrett is kicking. Good.
It's good by play number 36, Logan Norrett.
7:26 left in the first quarter. Green on top of Jackson, 7-0. You're listening to High School Football presented by the Sarshone Auto Group on Q92.
So here I am in line at Papa Gyro's. I order the Gyro Supreme. Suddenly, the lady behind me chimes in.
It's pronounced gyro.
Then the fella behind her says,
"It's a gyro."
I turn my back and I finish my order. I also need a large Grecian salad, some baklava chocolate swirl, and a Cajun gyro.
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 Okay. So no matter how you say it, you're not far from a Papa Gyro.
It's safe. It's Papayitos. Find the Papayitos closest to you at papayitos.com.
This is High School Football on Q92, presented by Starshone Auto Group.
Visit clevelandclinic.org/sportsmedicine.
Green goes 83 yards, actually 88 after a penalty that pushed him back to the 12. And they methodically move it down the field and get a 21-yard touchdown pass from Tyson Hunka, his 6th of the year, to Antonio Martin. This is a totally different team with him on the field.
Yeah, I was talking to one of the coaches earlier in the week, and he's just not an impact player on the field. He's an impact player in the locker room, and just when they got him back last week, he makes impact.
High short kick to the near side. Fair catch taken on the 25-yard line by Nash Walters. And it will be 1st and 10 for Jackson. from their 26-yard line. The center is Tegan Essick. Their guards are Evan Mauser and Robbie Eberhardt. The tackles, Brennan Ertl and Evan Beard. Keegan Stanley is one receiver. Noah Calando, Nathan Kuntz, and Max Coles. They'll have Christian Satterfield lined up in the backfield. With the quarterback, Lucas Eckerman, the junior. And he'll send 3 right, 2 near side. Quick throw and into traffic and incomplete. Intended for Keegan Stanley, who was listed on the roster as a tight end, but he was a slot receiver there and had the ball knocked away from him. So it'll be 2nd and 10 on the 26.
Second down.
Keegan's a nice size kid, a nice body to be throwing the ball to. It's at 6'2", 185 pounds.
And it's another pass. Eckerman running near side, and he's going to throw it away as he tried to get away from the defender, but the receiver downfield was well covered. That was Max Coles. And nowhere to go with the ball for Eckerman, so he just threw it into the bench.
3rd down.
Nice pressure there by number 51, Lombardo. Up front, two teams like this, up front's where the battle, the game's going to be won or lost tonight. You got to be able to get pressure on these quarterbacks, and Green showed there that they could get some pressure with just rushing 3.
Eckerman, empty backfield. 2 to the near side, 3 out to the right. 4-man rush. Eckerman rolling right. Still rolling. Being chased and dropped on the 20-yard line, but a flag comes in. And let's see if we get a horse collar here. We had one of those on the first play last week, yeah, that is. And it is a horse collar tackle against the Bulldogs. Like it was Carson Schosker, possibly, who got the rush on there. And it was 27, which is Josh Taylor. But in any case, that'll move the ball to the 36-yard line, which is right at the sticks, but it's a first down on the personal foul. Would have been 4th and 15, but instead it's a first down for Jackson on their 31. 7:05 clock running. First quarter, 7-0. For Green on the Sarda scoreboard, and there's Eckerman running the ball after the fake handoff, and he has a first down across the 45 to the 47-yard line. Brought down by Jack Loxton for Green. That's an 11-yard pickup.
Yeah, I don't know if that was a design draw, but he definitely, just stood back there, looked the pass real quick, and then found the gap and shot it up through the right side there. Nice hard run also. He finished that run off, got an extra 2 yards.
Satterfield came in tonight with the most carries, 72. Eckerman second with 29. So he will carry it by design on occasion. 1st and 10 for Jackson on their 47. 2 out to the right, 3 to the near side. Eckerman again back to throw. All kinds of time. Throws and too high and incomplete. He really left his receiver vulnerable with that high pass. It was intended for Stanley, and he had him open, but he just threw it too high.
Yeah, Stanley at 6'2". He needed to be about 6'6" on that one.
2nd down and 10. It's time they go twins near side, 1 out to the right, Satterfield in the backfield, and they have a tight end to the left side. Delay handoff. Here comes Satterfield to the outside and trying to get around the corner. Can't do it. And he's going to be marked down on the 49-yard line as Anthony Fortunato came up to make the stop, getting around the block and stopping that play after 2 yards. 3rd and 8.
Initially, a nice move on the running back there, but just couldn't get up north and south from there. Nice pursuit by Green on that play.
Max Coles and Noah Calando go out to the right side. Satterfield and Nathan Kuntz to the near side. And some confusion on the offense. 3 on the play clock, 2-1. Now they get the play started, and down the middle the throw, and it is incomplete. Did the receiver trip over the umpire? That was an odd play as the pass went down the middle for Kuntz. And the pass a little behind him, and the receiver and the defender both went down right around the umpire.
Yeah, the umpire probably made the best defensive play of the night so far on that one. But, Kuntz lined up at the tight end there, and they tried to sneak him across, but I think Green was ready for that. They had that well covered.
So Jackson able to get a couple of first downs, but now they'll have to punt from their 49. Martin back on his 15, awaiting the kick. Ryan Miser gets it away, low liner to the near side, and it's going to bounce along the sideline and stay in bounds and then go out of bounds at around the 7. That ball hugging the sideline but staying in, and that's going to be a very effective punt, 44 yards and no return. And Green again will have to start deep in their own territory. They drove 82 yards on their last possession for the game's only score. On the Sardis scoreboard, numbers already coming in. McKinley up 10-0 over Perry in the first quarter. Alliance over Central Catholic 7-0. Lake 7 Glen Oak 0. Northwest 7 Fairless 0. Hoover 3 Louisville 0 on the Sardis scoreboard. And Minerva up 7-0 on Aquinas. From their own 7, 1st and 10. Hunka now has a man line up by him in the backfield, pitches it to him, running left. To the 5, to the 10, around the corner and out of bounds goes Anthony McMichael. 5'7", 170 and a junior. And some nice quicks on that play. Takes him out to the 13. So that's going to be about a 6-yard pickup.
The second time they tried to run that play, first time it was the penalty, but it's an odd pitch. It's almost like a shuffle. I like that pitch where you open up and you get more width so the back can get out, but
it's like a chest pass.
Yeah, chest pass in basketball, exactly.
2nd and 4. And Hunka takes the snap, runs right up the middle, and runs right into a Jackson defender after a very short gain. First man up for the Polar Bears, Nick Altman. And it will be 3rd down now. And we'll call it 4 from the 14-yard line. 4:40 to go in the first quarter. 7-0. Green over Jackson on the Sardis scoreboard. Bulldogs taking a long time here to get the play in. Come to the line of scrimmage with 5 on the play clock. And now they're going to call timeout. They got it snapped. But a timeout is called, and we'll take a break with 4:23 left in the first. 7-0. Green over Jackson. You're listening to High School Football, presented by the Sarshone Auto Group on Q92.
Sarshone Auto Group is Ohio's fastest growing automotive group with 6 locations in Northeast Ohio, featuring top brands like Chevy, Ford, Ram, Jeep, Dodge, and more. Experience the fast, friendly, no-pressure approach to car buying that makes Sarshone truly different. Visit Sarshone today or see the selection of thousands of new and used vehicles at Sarshone.com. Sarshone Auto Group, an official partner of the Cleveland Browns.
This is high school football on Q92, presented by Sarshone Auto Group.
4:23 to go in the first quarter from Green. Bulldogs leading Jackson 7-0. They'll have a 3rd and 5 on their own 13-yard line. On the Sardis scoreboard, Central has tied Alliance 7 late first quarter. And here's a pitch to the near side. The Polar Bears are there. They don't make the tackle initially, but it's going to be a loss back to the 12 as they went with a conservative call on third down. That was McMichael again with the carry. It's time to the right side of the offense, and it is a loss on the play to the 12, and it'll be 4th down and 7.
Big stop there for Jackson's defense. Should get pretty good field position there, and that's, I think that conservative play calling is because of the punt that pinned the Green deep.
Snap back to the goal line, and the kick is away. Low line drive, end over end. It's going to bounce, and it's going to be taken by Calendo on the near side of the field, and he goes out of bounds just over the 50. They'll spot the ball for the Polar Bears on the Green 47. So it'll be 1st and 10 for Jackson. Excellent field position with 3:37 left in the first. And let's quickly send it down to the sideline. Ryan Bevere is down there. He's got the good weather tonight. Feeling well, as far as I know.
Yeah, and when we talk about the packed house, I mean, this Green Memorial Stadium is packed with cheerleaders. There's over 100 cheerleaders down here on the track, Clint.
We got the cheerleaders, we got the flag footballers, we got the youth footballers. It was a great sight before the game.
Yeah, they're very loud, Clint.
First down for Jackson as Satterfield runs right and has a nice gain inside the 45 down to the 42-yard line. So he picks up about 5 on the play. Christian Satterfield, 5'8", 165 in the program, but seems a little bigger, runs bigger than that. He's a senior, and he's back there in the backfield again as quarterback Lucas Eckerman. They have a wing right, receivers left, run left, and a nice move to get inside a tackler and pick up about 3 yards. Satterfield down on the 39-yard line, and that'll bring up a 3rd down and about 2 here for Jackson. With 2:50 to go in the first quarter, Green leads at 7-0 on the Sardis scoreboard.
You got to make sure you wrap Satterfield up. He's a quick, dicey little back.
He's back there again to the right of Eckerman. They have a tight end right, a wing right, and one receiver each way. Now they look to the far side for the play call. Still 10 on the play clock. Calando near side, one out to the right, and it's going to be a throw. Eckerman looking left, looking right. Now he's going to tuck it and run to the near side of the field, and he's going to be out of bounds on the 37-yard line. It's going to be close to a first down, and it will be a first down for the Polar Bears.
Good coverage downfield by Green, but they just didn't have the pocket secured. They didn't have this side, the left side end taken care of, so Eckerman could escape and good run and get the first down.
Came out with tight ends and wings and all that, and 2 receivers, and ended up trying to throw it deep. Here's a run up the middle by Satterfield, and he'll take it inside the 35 to the 34. So a couple on that game. We're under 2 minutes now as this next play gets going in the first quarter. The lights are on, and they're taking full effect at Green Memorial Stadium. Do we have to say anymore that they're playing on turf? Basically, everybody plays on turf.
It's something different if they're on grass.
2 to the near side now, wing left and 1 back. Play action. Eckerman throwing deep over the middle, and it is intercepted down the 15-yard line. Picked off. Evan Giorgio makes the interception as Eckerman threw into double coverage. And Giorgio was a little stronger on the ball to pull it away from the receiver. And Green will have it again. And again, they'll have it inside their own 15-yard line. This time on the 14.
I'm not sure who blitzed there on Green. One of the linebackers didn't catch the number, but put just enough pressure that he just short-armed that ball just a little bit. And that caused the interception.
So Tyson Hunka, the junior quarterback, leads his team out there. 1 back, 4 receivers. Man comes in motion, and it's a fake. Now Hunka throws a lateral to the near side to Martin, and he's going to go flying out across the 20 to the 23. Is that the way they drew it up? It was a delay up the middle, and then it looked like the quarterback was going to run.
Yeah, it's just an RPO there. You're looking at the dive back first, and then the quarterback's going to read. And if there's nothing there, he has that option. It's just basically, instead of running the pitch, it's just a toss out to the option.
That was an effective play. It picked up 9 yards. Now Reed lines up in the backfield, and Hunka's going to follow him right up the middle. He's got a nice hole, and he has a first down to the 29-yard line. So a pickup of 5 or 6 there for the Green quarterback. So we are under a minute to go in this first quarter. They'll spot him on the 28. Green scored on their first possession. They punted the last time, and Jackson has punted once and thrown 1 interception. They will have to run another play. 27 on the play clock, 32 on the game clock. 5 wide on 1st and 10. Hunka back to throw. Rush up the middle, and he's going to be wrapped up. He throws the ball up for grabs. It's tipped in. It is intercepted on the 33-yard line. Picked off by Cooper Geisinger. That's in the dictionary next to the term ill-advised throws. He was about to go down. He was spun around, and he just heaved the ball to the near side of the field. 2 people tipped it. Geisinger ended up with the interception.
I think that was Nolan Foster, number 1 for Jackson. Blitz, they did not pick it up. He came clean, had the quarterback in his grasp, and it really would have been better off just taking the sack there, but a lot easier said than done. Kids are trying to make plays, and at least you get the ball out of bounds.
3rd interception of the season for Jackson. They'll take over at the Green 33 with 19 seconds to go in the first quarter. Trips right, 1 to the near side. Kuntz is the man on the near side. Back to throw. Eckerman looking down the middle. Now he throws to the near side. Kuntz coming back to the ball, makes the catch on the 20, and he's down right there. Brought down by Anthony Fortunato. And that will likely be the last play of the first quarter. It was a first down or close to it. And that will run out the first quarter clock. So after 1 from Green, the Bulldogs 7, Jackson nothing. You're listening to High School Football presented by the Sarshone Auto Group on Q92.
RG Drag, Stark County's premier career center, offers programs that prepares its students at the high school level for careers and continued education beyond high school. Upon completion, RG Drag students have an immediate opportunity to obtain a well-paying job in many exciting career fields. We offer everything from culinary, assisting, engineering, sports, turf, and landscape, welding, and so much more. Contact RG Drag to find a program and career that's the perfect fit for you. RG Drag, where careers begin.
Quality meals and Midwestern hospitality. That's what the Ohio Grill is known for. Owners Tyler Barrett and Mitchell Gallagher believe in simple food done right. Head to 715 Canton Road in Carrollton, Ohio for mouth-watering burgers, salads, and fresh-cut French fries. Daily specials at theohiogrill.com. Open Monday through Friday, 11 a.m. to 8 p.m. Call 330-476-6312. The Ohio Grill, where food and hometown pride unite. Satisfaction guaranteed.
This is high school football on Q92, presented by Sarshone Auto Group.
7-0 for Green as we go to the second quarter. Jackson with a 1st and 10 on the Green 21-yard line. Now working left to right. Satterfield around left end, far side of the field. Brought down in space.
Christian Satterfield on the carry.
A tackle on the play made by Ron Bruce for Green. And the gain of 3 yards to the 18-yard line. Stay tuned for the Paramount Elite Player of the Game following tonight's broadcast. Paramount Elite for all your general contracting and home restoration needs. Another run for Satterfield to the left, and this time he's going to be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Good penetration by the right side of the Green defense. And that time it was Aiden Clark getting in there to make a stop. Now it'll be 3rd down and 7.
Big play here for Jackson. They need to get a first down here, get some points on the board. Don't get that many opportunities.
They'll bring 2 out to the near side, 2 to the left. And Satterfield to the left of Eckermans in the pistol. Back to throw. Setting up. Under pressure now. Running up the middle. He's to the 15, to the 10. Stretching it down close to the 10-yard line. And he looks like he's going to have a first down. That last extra effort by Lucas Eckerman got the first down. He'll spot it on the 11-yard line.
Yeah, the second time he's taken out of the pocket and looks good running the ball. Nice second effort. He's, an extra 2 yards there after contact, and it's big for a quarterback to be doing.
Polar Bears in the all-white tonight. Green in the all-black. After one, Alliance and Central tied at 7. On first down, Satterfield runs right, and he is leveled at about the 10-yard line.
Christian Satterfield on the carry.
Big hit put on by A.J. Fortunato for Green. 1 yard gain for Satterfield.
Yeah, textbook tackling there. That was nice.
2 minutes into the second quarter. Green with a 7-0 lead. They scored on their first possession. Each team with a punt, each team with an interception since then. Polar Bears bring up 4 receivers, 2 on each side. Running back to the right of the quarterback in the pistol. It's a fake handoff, run up the middle. Eckerman to the 5, stretches it out for the Jackson touchdown. Lucas Eckerman from 9 yards away, and the Polar Bears are a point away from a tie.
Jackson did a great job there, taking advantage of the turnover deep, and another great run by Eckerman. Stretched out and got in the end zone.
Cooper Miser, 10 for 10 on the season as the kicker. Noah Calando, the holder. Good snap. And the ball up and through. Timeout, 9:30 to go in the first half on the Sarda scoreboard. Jackson 7, Green 7. You're listening to high school football presented by the Sarshone Auto Group on Q92.
High school football exemplifies the true meaning of teamwork. At Friends and Family Credit Union, our team of local friendly professionals offer the same true spirit for our members with a wide array of products from vehicle loans to personal loans, family secure checking with ID Protect, mortgage, home equity line of credit, and more. For over 60 years, we have the game plan for your financial well-being. Visit any of our 3 convenient locations, online or mobile banking. Now, more than ever, it's time to bring a friend into the family.
This is high school football on Q92, presented by Sarshone Auto Group.
Orders of the Massive Road location will be donated back to the athletic department. Please show your support at McDonald's on September 26th.
Jackson has come back to tie the score at 7-7. And a 21-yard TD pass from Hunka to Martin in the first quarter for Green. And now that 9-yard touchdown run by Lucas Eckerman for Jackson. Cooper Miser to kick it off. Hits it deep. Martin steps back into the end zone to catch it, and that will be a touchback. And a big fist bump from the special teams coach on the far side.
Yeah, if you're going to kick that way, you want to make sure you kick it in the end zone. I try to stay away from Mr. Martin if I was kicking the ball off.
So Green with a 1st and 10 on their 20. Wake up on Glen Oak 14-0 in the second quarter. Northwest still leading Fairless 7-0. As Hunka with 1 back, 4 receivers. Martin in motion right. Hunka runs it up the middle. And he is twisted down at about the 22, 23-yard line. Pickup of about 3 on the play. 2nd and 7.
Second down.
Kind of the game we expected. Both teams able to move the ball a little bit on the ground and through the air, and a very even matchup so far.
Yeah, that's for sure. Turnovers, in any kind of ball game, but tonight's going to be important. Take care of the ball.
Hunka alone in the backfield now, has 3 to the near side, 2 out to the right. Now Reed goes in motion to the right and sets up in the slot. Hunka back to throw. 4-man rush. Time to throw. Now he steps up and he's going to run. 35 and slides down at the 36, 37-yard line. Hit as he goes down by Mitch Brucker, but it will be a first down to the 36-yard line for the Green Bulldogs.
Yeah, Jackson brought some pressure that time, brought a linebacker blitz. Great pickup by Green up front. Didn't have anything downfield, but with that blitzer coming up, that made the middle of the field wide open, and he took advantage of it.
With all the other weapons these two teams have, both their quarterbacks are very mobile as well. Jackson rushes 3 this time. Quick throw to the near side. Reed makes the catch, cuts back to the middle, 40, 41-yard line. Brucker with another tackle. Block on the near side by Antonio Martin. Is there a flag? I don't see a flag, but
yeah,
could be obscured. But yep, there it is, right on the 37.
I think they're going to get Martin for a hold. I always know the officials are right, but that was just a great block to spring that, and he just kept on blocking to the sideline.
So that will wipe out about a 5 or 6 yard gain for the Bulldogs. Michael Hayes, the man in the white hat tonight, making the call, and will mark the ball back to where? Back to the 27. So that's basically a 9-yard penalty. Brings up first and 19. 8 minutes to go in the first half. 7-7 our score on the SARTA scoreboard. McKinley up 17-0 on undefeated Perry. Here is Hunka. Wants to go deep near side for Martin. Ball in the air and out of bounds. Pass just a little wide of the mark. Geisinger was in coverage. They were pretty much stride for stride. And the pass wide of the mark and incomplete. Second and 19.
Yeah, pressure by Jackson there. Probably in the NFL, that would have been a legal hit on the quarterback. But, he did take a shot, stood in there, and just overthrew Martin.
Really no wind to speak of here this evening at all. Very still night. Overcast. But no chance of rain. Reed comes in motion, sets up in the backfield. They fake it to him. Hunka under pressure and down at the 22-yard line as the Polar Bears got in there en masse. Evan Mauser and Nolan Foster combining on the sack back to the 22, and that'll make it third down. And let's see, 24. Third and 24.
Yeah, they brought Reed back into the backfield for protection, and he went inside, and there was a miscommunication between him and the line because the guy outside wasn't blocked at all. You dig deep in your playbook on this call.
Third and very long. Hunka back to throw. 3-man rush. Lots of time. Deep throw down the middle, and again, very well covered. And the pass a little overthrown, intended for Giorgio. But there were two Polar Bears bracketing the receiver. And that'll bring up a fourth down and 24 here for Green with 6:56 left in the first half. So Bruce to punt. Ron Bruce, senior. Northwest up 14-0 on Fairless. And Lake on top of Glen Oak 21-0 on the SARTA scoreboard. Kick is away, a low line drive, bouncing, still bouncing. And finally picked up on the 31-yard line. Calando, who goes out of bounds on the 35. 47 on the punt after the bounces and about 6 or 7 on the return. They'll put it on the 38-yard line. 6:46 to go in the first half. Jackson and Green tied at 7. The Polar Bears scored in their last possession, and they'll get it back here. Again, they've had all the advantage in field position tonight, but that hasn't made a huge difference in the game yet.
No, what's hurting Green right now is a big turnover and the one he should have thrown away, and then some big penalties. He's just got him behind the sticks too much to really catch up.
Triway 15, Tuslaw 7. CVCA 14, Canton South nothing. Aquinas and Minerva 7-7 on the SARTA scoreboard. On first down, handoff to Satterfield, trying the left side, makes a nice move and gets through a tackle and takes it out for about 5 yards. We've seen some nice quick feet from Christian Satterfield. He had a 200-yard game a couple of weeks ago against Stowe, and easy to see why.
Yeah, he's a slippery back, and at any time, backs like that can take 180 yards in a blink of an eye. Great weapon to have.
2nd and 5, 2 receivers to each side of the field. Tight end in the formation as Eckerman just runs it around the left end. He's close to a first down. I think he's going to be a little bit short. Like they had some blockers over there, but the Green defense ended the play quickly. And it'll be 3rd and 1 for Jackson from their 47-yard line. 5:50 to go in the first half. Stay tuned for the Putman Properties halftime show. We'll have news and scores and highlights. Third and 1. Satterfield running left, first down, and more across the 50 to the Green 48-yard line. Like Green was having the advantage on the line of scrimmage the first couple of possessions, but Jackson has been able to move the ball here.
You got some nice hard runs by Jackson. Just finding the gaps. It's not a long block you have to make. It's just enough to spring Satterfield.
Satterfield will get it again. Has to elude a man in the backfield. He does. He's able to get back to the line of scrimmage. Nice move by Satterfield, avoiding Cam Warner, who got into the backfield. And he actually picks up a half yard or so. So 2nd down and 9. 4:40 to go in the first half. I believe it's homecoming tonight at Green.
Yes, it is. I picked the program up, and they did have the homecoming court on the front.
And so we'll have a little longer halftime tonight. We'll catch some of the band action at halftime. Here is Eckerman throwing over the middle, and it's a catch and a first down. Noah Calando to the 35-yard line. Brought down by Ron Bruce. But on 2nd and 9, they pick up the first down. Clock running. Will be at around 4 minutes when this play gets started. Polar Bears look to the far side for a play. 2 receivers to each side. Satterfield to the right of his quarterback. Eckerman wanting to throw. Again over the middle. Calando has it knocked away. The ball and the defender arrived at around the same time. Brock Krusnick making the hit. Setting up a 2nd and 10.
Nice defensive play there by Green, breaking up that ball. Green better be careful. Satterfield comes out of that backfield, and I've noticed him twice now, wide open. And it's not an easy dump off for a quarterback, but I'd be wary of that.
Again, 2 receivers each side. This time the running back to the left of the quarterback. Eckerman again back to throw. Pocket collapsing, and he's going to go down. Right around the line of scrimmage, Josh Taylor pulls him down at the 36-yard line. So it'll be 3rd down and 10 with now 3:38 left in the first half. Jackson would like to take the rest of the time here, but now they have a 3rd and long at the Green 36. We're tied at 7 on the Sardis scoreboard. Trips out to the left, 2 to the near side. Trouble getting lined up for the Polar Bears, and their coaches next to us are screaming that they don't have the play right, and Jackson calls timeout. 3:16 left in the first half. We're tied at 7. You're listening to High School Football presented by the Sarshone Auto Group on Q92.
Finding the right space to open or relocate your business can mean the difference between success and failure. The real estate professionals at Putman Properties will help find the perfect commercial property to suit your needs. Putman Properties specializes in office, retail, warehouse, manufacturing, investment, and multifamily residential real estate. To sell your commercial real estate, Putman Properties marketing professionals will utilize local, regional, and national networks developed over 30 years to command the highest yield available. Contact Putman Properties at 330-498-4400 or visit them online at putmanproperties.com.
This is high school football on Q92, presented by Sarshone Auto Group.
Northeast Ohio. Caring for sprains, dislocations, torn ligaments, tendons, contusions, and more. Schedule online.
Jackson with a 3rd and 10 from the green 36. We're tied at 7 late in the second quarter. 5 wide. And Eckerman back to throw. Rush from the outside. Looking downfield. Now rolling to the left. Has a man on the far sideline. It's caught and a hit is put on. And the ball comes out. And the quarterback ends up recovering the fumble over on the far side of the field, out at the 40-yard line. Didn't see who put the hit on, but it came right into the chest of the receiver who had just caught the ball, and the ball went flying backwards for a loss on the play to the 40. It'll be 4th down and 15.
Yeah, the cornerback came off his coverage, saw that the ball jumped into flats, and just put his shoulder pad right on the ball. Great hit. That ball went 10 yards backwards.
Yeah, it ends up being a -5 on the play. As Miser is in the punt, no rush. High floating punt, fair catch called for and taken by Antonio Martin on the 7-yard line. So Green again will be pinned deep in their own territory with 2:58 to go in the first half.
If you're interested in advertising or sponsoring athletic events this year, please contact Athletic Director Eric Beasley or visit greenbulldogs.org to view our advertising partnership guide.
Louisville 7, Hoover 3. 4.5 minutes to go in the second. Northwest 14, Fairless 7.
Logos, unprinted tickets, and more. Invest in excellence.
On a good night of high school football. A lot of good games going on this evening. Some surprises, as always. 1st and 10 for Green from their 7-yard line. Tyson Hunka will be alone in the backfield. Set up in the pistol with 5 wide receivers. Takes the snap, delays, now runs, and he's brought down after a short gain. And again, that's Mitch Brocker, the senior linebacker, who has him after a 1-yard pickup. Neither team inclined to call a timeout instantly anyway. Clock running at 2:40 to go in the first half. Second down and 9. Both teams have 2 timeouts remaining. Might see one here. As back to throw is Hunka. Rush from the outside. Runs up into the middle, and he's going to go down behind the line of scrimmage. Back on the 6-yard line. As Jackson able to cover downfield and eventually got the pass rush there. So that will be a sack. Back to the 7, and no timeout here from Jackson with 1:59 clock running in the first half.
Yeah, the coaches kind of make this decision. They have it in their mind, where they're at halftime. Pros and cons to it, but, they're on the road. You go in the locker room 7-7 and try to force something here.
We'll see if they take one here. If they could stop them. Hunka fakes the pitch, looking near side. Now looks down the middle, throws too high, but almost caught and then almost intercepted. A one-handed attempt by the receiver crossing the field, Mason Dunsey. And it will be 4th down. So they go for the pass, and that stops the clock. And Jackson doesn't have to call a timeout. They'll have 2 with 1:29, and they should get good field position.
Yeah, you're hoping they're going to pass the ball there and get the incompletion like they did. And then, you save you got 2 timeouts to do a little bit with your offense here now.
So the punt by Bruce out of his end zone. He's only about 10 yards behind the center, but he takes the snap, low line drive kick, taken on a bounce. Calando 40, 35, far sideline and out of bounds around the 31 or 2-yard line. So Jackson in great shape here. 1:20 left in the half, 2 timeouts, and they're on the Green 32-yard line.
Jackson's for sure this half's had the field advantage. Green's been pinned back on every possession, and Jackson's been on their side of the field. It was a great opportunity here with 2 timeouts, like you said.
And thankfully, the breeze has picked up a little bit. It was pretty warm here earlier. Temperatures in the 80s today. Two will come to the near side, two out to the left for Jackson from the green 31. And on first down, play action, throw down the middle, incomplete, intended for Calendo, but the pass too low. Closest defender was Cam Warner. Clock stops at 1:16 of the first half.
Yeah, crossing route there, and he just threw it low and behind him. You need to lead him on that to take him upfield with the ball.
This time they'll bring three to the near side, one out to the left. Satterfield to the right of his quarterback. Lucas Eckerman will roll to the near side, looking downfield, and throws it at the last moment. Flag down. It was intended for Max Cowles, and he might have gone out of bounds and come back in.
That's what I'm thinking. It can't be intentional grounding. Yeah, if he comes out of bounds and he's the first one that touches it before a defensive player touches it, that is a penalty. Usually they throw the hat on that.
First touchdown on the offense. Receiver stepped out of bounds and came back in. 5-yard foul, walks it down.
So that will make it third down. And they'll mark the penalty off, I believe. Jay Rohr out on the field on the far side, looking for an explanation, maybe of how this one will be.
Yeah, they need
marked off.
Yeah, they need to mark it off because it is a loss of down penalty, so there's really no decision here. But maybe not.
Foul on the play for legal participation on the offense. 15 yards from foul.
So that called illegal participation. So you have too many on the field? I don't know. But they'll take that penalty, and that'll back them up all the way outside the 40 to the 42. I always thought 15 yards was a little harsh for that penalty, but
yeah,
it's just
I don't
me.
know if they had 12 on the field there or not.
I didn't think they did.
Yeah.
They had 4 receivers and 1 back, which is what they've had most of the night.
I didn't see anybody at the tight end or the slot.
Well, now they have 5 wide on
Yeah.
3rd and 21 from the green 42. So Jackson, at least trying to get something here out of this great opportunity. Eckerman back, being rushed, under pressure, throws it away. Threw it out of bounds. As the pass rush came from Aiden Clark. And that sets up a 4th down. 4th and about 20, 21 in the 42. So they'll go for it here with 1:03 left in the half. We're tied at 7 on the Sardis scoreboard. Jackson, great opportunity here, but they've gone backwards.
I don't know if that was a loss of down penalty. This might be 3rd down still.
Okay, 3rd on the sticks on the far side. Draw play to Satterfield up the middle, and he gets to the 33. Right, the illegal participation was not a loss of down. Right. So they'll put it on the 34. So he got about 8 there, and it'll be 4th down now. 4th down and 13 from the 34. Remember, the Putman Properties halftime show coming up with news and scores and highlights and some band music at halftime. Jackson going to let the clock run down here. It's at 24, 10 on the play clock. Probably let it run down to the end of the play clock and call a timeout for this 4th down play. So we'll take the timeout with 14 seconds to go in the first half. We're tied at 7. You're listening to High School Football presented by the Sarchone Auto Group on Q92.
Located on West Tuscan Canton, Harmon's Pub has proudly earned the title of Stark County's #1 bar. This local gem tantalizes taste buds with an impressive array of 18 chicken wing flavors, perfectly paired with an eclectic menu of fresh salads, mouth-watering burgers, and irresistible daily food specials. Thursday nights are legendary for their famous Reuben with fries, all for just $10.99. Whether you're a wing aficionado or a burger enthusiast, Harmon's Pub is the ultimate destination for great food, delightful drinks, and unforgettable experiences.
This is high school football on Q92, presented by Sarshone Auto Group.
On the Sardis scoreboard, Minerva leading Aquinas 10-7. 5 minutes to go in the first half. Hoover 9, Louisville 7. Lake up over Glen Oak at halftime, 21-0. We are 13 seconds from halftime here at Green. The Bulldogs and the Jackson Polar Bears tied at 7. And the Polar Bears with a 4th and 14 on the Jackson 34. They have their offense on the field with 5 receivers. Eckerman by himself in the pistol. And now Green takes a timeout.
I don't think Green like 18 wide all the way out there on the left sideline. That's something new they've shown. So they had some trick play.
Really,
hook
anything
and
is
ladder, something.
Anything is on the table at this point.
Yeah.
I would think you're in decent enough field position. Not a lot of time left. Triway up on Tesla 21-7 in the second. Massillon leading St. Edward 10-0 in the second quarter. East Canton 14, Tusky Valley 7. And in this one, it's Green 7, Jackson 7.
Keeping an eye on that Minerva St. Thomas score tonight. Maybe I think Minerva is 33 games in a row and St. Thomas is 29 losses in a row. Someone's going to get their first victory.
Jackson comes out in the same formation, 3 bunch to the near side, 2 out way wide to the left. And back to throw Eckerman, only 3 rushing. Steps up, and he's going to be sacked back on the 36-yard line. And the clock will stop on the change of possession with 7 seconds to go in the half.
Dario Lombardi.
Green will have the ball on their 36. This might be their best field position to start
the
drive tonight. Comes right at the end of the second quarter. I would think.
Yeah, it looks like Coach told me they're going to take a knee to protect the quarterback. Coaches got their headsets off.
Telltale sign. And they're lined up around Tyson Hunka, who goes under center and takes the snap. And that brings us to the end of an entertaining first half from Green. Well, it's week 5. We're halfway through the season after tonight. And we're halfway through this game, and nothing is decided. The teams head off to our right to the locker rooms. The bands get set up. And the halftime show is close behind. I don't know what you expected there in that first half, but very clean play. Sharp on both sides, and the defenses have stood out today.
Yeah, both defenses have really played well. You know, the big turnovers by both defenses. Green getting behind the chains, and you know, when you don't have the field position, you gotta get rid of those big penalties. You know, the one over on this sideline on the hold, I thought was a questionable call, but all in all, you know, you go in and you basically tell them, you know, you're playing well up front, and just whoever has the ball last maybe tonight.
All right, we will take a break. When we come back, we'll have a Properties halftime show for you. We'll have news, we'll have scores, we'll have highlights of the first half. and try to get some band music in for you. Our score at halftime on the Sarda scoreboard is Green 7, Jackson 7. You're listening to High School Football presented by the Sarshone Auto Group on Q92.
Get into Sarda and get Sarda Smart. Who rides Sarda? You do. You, your neighbors, coworkers, and the people behind you in line at the grocery store. Our riders are moms, dads, students, retirees, and commuters. To help persons with disabilities, our ProLine countywide service picks them up and takes them direct to their destination.
open burning ban, which was issued earlier this month. Alliance will soon be home to a dispensary for medical and recreational marijuana. The city's planning commission has approved a conditional dual-use permit for Illinois-based Progressive Treatment Solutions. Consume Cannabis will be located in the former Adult Mart on West State Street. It will open in 2025. Progressive Treatment Solutions has locations in Arizona, Illinois, Michigan, and Ohio. One of those is a cultivation facility in Canton. Last month, Alliance City Council approved legislation restricting marijuana businesses in 2 areas. They must be at least 1,000 feet apart. A Canton man will spend 12 to 17 and a half years in prison for raping a 7-year-old. 44-year-old Charles Franks was sentenced by Stark County Common Pleas Judge Frank Forshoni. Franks pleaded guilty September 9th to charges of rape, importuning, and attempted gross sexual imposition. He solicited a 7-year-old to take part in sexual activity. Franks also attempted to have sexual contact with another 7-year-old. The activity occurred between June and December of 2022. He was given credit for 70 days in jail. After his release, Franks will be on probation for 2 to 5 years. He must also register as a sex offender for the rest of his life. The city of Canton is receiving a $625,000 federal grant to hire 5 new police officers. The funding is from the Justice Department's Community-Oriented Policing Services Hiring Program, or COPS. A total of $13.7 million is going to hire and retain 112 officers in 13 communities and law enforcement agencies in Ohio. The city of Youngstown is getting $1.6 million to hire 15 officers. $1.5 million is going to the city of Akron to hire 12 officers. The COPS hiring program invests in entry-level career law enforcement officers to create and preserve jobs and increase community policing capacity and crime prevention efforts. Plans for a solar farm in Columbiana County have been thrown out. Canadian-based Kensington Solar requested a withdrawal of its application for the project in Franklin Township. The Ohio Power Siting Board approved the measure Thursday. Kensington Solar could refile the application. The company proposed the 135-megawatt facility in 2021. It was met with opposition from area residents. Columbiana County commissioners approved a ban of large-scale wind and solar farms in unincorporated areas of all 18 townships. The Kensington project was not affected because the plans were submitted before the bans took effect. More news after this.
The Q92 Sports Network brings you more high school football and basketball games than anyone else, by far. But did you know that you can go back and listen to our broadcast again? Simply go to the Q92 radio page on SoundCloud. We posted the games we broadcast for everyone to go back and relive. We have playlists filled with our high school football broadcasts from 2016 to this season. So go to SoundCloud now, follow Q92 Radio, and listen. And thank you for listening to all of our sports broadcasts of high school football and basketball on the Q92 Sports Network.
Funding has been awarded for the cleanup of a former manufacturing site in Salem. Roughly $219,000 is going to the Columbiana County Land Bank for the area previously used by Freedom Oil Works and an auto repair garage. It also housed Holsworth Incorporated, which produced parts for military vehicles. The funds will be used for environmental assessment, including soil and groundwater sampling. After completion, the site will be ready for commercial or industrial development. The money is part of nearly $50 million in grants for brownfield remediation and building demolition across Ohio. The State Department of Development awarded the funding through the Brownfield Remediation Program and the Building Demolition and Site Revitalization Program. This is the fifth round of funding for both programs. Portage County Commissioners say Sheriff Bruce Zukowski doesn't speak for them. That's the gist of a statement issued by commissioners during Thursday's meeting. They were responding to Zukowski's recent Facebook post in which he encouraged people to write down addresses of yards with Kamala Harris campaign signs to keep a list of places to send illegal immigrants. Commissioner Sabrina Christian Bennett says the sheriff's personal opinions do not reflect the view of the commissioners or Portage County as a whole. The post has drawn criticism from the Portage County NAACP and other groups. We now know the name of a man who died after being struck by a vehicle at a motel parking lot in Coatesville Township Sunday night. The Mahoning County Coroner's Office identified him as 34-year-old Sean Pounds. He was hit by a pickup truck at the establishment on Route 422. A woman driving the truck claimed she was held against her will by Pounds. No charges have been filed. Police continue to investigate. They say the incident was triggered by a domestic dispute. We'll return you to the stadium for the second half of tonight's game, right after the forecast from News 5 meteorologist Mark Johnson. For the Putman Properties Halftime Show, I'm Jeff Mears with Q92 News.
Well, we do need the rain. An isolated thunderstorm chance during the overnight hours tonight. Otherwise, partly cloudy, our low in the middle 60s. Saturday, same story, partly cloudy, isolated thunder here and there, a high near 85. I am Mark J. Weather from News 5.
Ready to elevate your look? Step into Clover House Salon, where luxury meets style. Katie opened Clover House in 2023, bringing over 12 years of experience to Jackson Township. Katie and her team take pride in providing luxury services and staying up on trends so you can look and feel your best. Whether it's a fresh cut, vibrant color, or fresh gel manicure, Clover House has you covered. Looking for your next career move? Clover House offers booth rentals. Visit Clover House Salon and experience the difference. Follow them on social media for their latest transformation and to book your appointment. Q92 Sports is your home for the best in high school and Mount Union football. Be sure to follow us all season long on our social media. Just follow Q92 Sports on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. We drop photos and videos from all of our football broadcasts, both high school and Mount Union. You can also see what games we'll be broadcasting week to week, and we always follow you back. Be sure to follow Q92 Sports on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter, and stay connected to the Q92 Sports Network.
So here I am in line at Papa Gyro's. I order the Gyro Supreme. Suddenly, the lady behind me chimes in.
It's pronounced gyro.
Then the fella behind her says,
"It's a gyro."
I turn my back and I finish my order. I also need a large Grecian salad, some baklava chocolate swirl, and a Cajun gyro.
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 Okay. So no matter how you say it, you're not far from a Papa Gyro's.
For Pete's sake, it's Papa.
Do you have the touchdowns, Ryan?
Rose distributed at papayitos.com.
Yes, Pete.
Okay.
Since 1962, DeHoff Realtors has been a cornerstone of the Jackson community. Proud supporters of the Jackson local schools. We're committed to helping our neighbors buy and sell homes with expertise and integrity. Visit us at DeHoff.com or call us at 330-499-8153. And let's champion your next move together. Go Polar Bears! DeHoff Realtors, your championship team in real estate dedicated to serving the Jackson community with pride.
This is high school football on Q92, presented by Starshone Auto Group.
Halftime from Green on the starter scoreboard. It's Jackson 7, Green 7. And the Jackson Polar Bear Marching Band is on the field, the Purple Army. And as we have an opportunity, we'll listen to see what they bring the fans as we finally get to be on the home side of the field here at Green tonight.
The staff and members of the Purple Army would like to thank you for allowing us to entertain you this evening.
Halftime at Green. Jackson and Green tied at 7. Now we'll take a look at the scoring from the first half. And the Green Bulldogs were pinned back deep most of that first half. They started their first possession on their 17-yard line. Had a procedure call on the first play, had to go back to the 12, then proceeded to go the 88 yards, moving right down the field and capping that long drive with this touchdown pass. 2nd and 10 on the 21. Trips out to the left, 2 to the near side. Hunka back to throw. And out of the backfield, it's Martin crossing the field, 15, far side, gets a block, 10-5, touchdown, Bulldogs. The extra point was good. It was 7-0 for Green. Then the teams traded punts and interceptions. And then the Polar Bears got on the board in the second quarter, thanks to the feet of their quarterback. It's a fake handoff, run up the middle. Eckerman to the 5, stretches it out for the Jackson touchdown. Lucas Eckerman from 9 yards away, and the Polar Bears are a point away from a tie. Extra point was good, and that left us tied at 7. And neither team able to dent the scoreboard the remainder of the first half, though Jackson had great field position and very poor field position for the remainder of the half. But the Green defense stood up and kept Jackson off the board, so we remain tied at 7 on the Sardis scoreboard here at halftime. It's the Putman Properties halftime show. We'll take a timeout and come back with more from Green. After this timeout, you're listening to High School Football, presented by the Sarshone Auto Group on Q92.
RG Drag, Stark County's premier career center, offers programs that prepares its students at the high school level for careers and continued education beyond high school. Upon completion, RG Drag students have an immediate opportunity to obtain a well-paying job in many exciting career fields. We offer everything from culinary, dental assisting, engineering, sports turf and landscape, welding, and so much more. Contact RG Drag to find a program and career that's the perfect fit for you. RG Drag, where careers begin.
The Q92 Sports Network brings you more high school football and basketball games than anyone else, by far. But did you know that you can go back and listen to our broadcast again? Simply go to the Q92 radio page on SoundCloud. We posted the games we broadcast for everyone to go back and relive. We have playlists filled with our high school football broadcasts from 2016 to this season. So go to SoundCloud now, follow Q92 Radio, and listen. And thank you for listening to all of our sports broadcasts of high school football and basketball on the Q92 Sports Network.
This is high school football on Q92, presented by Sarshone Auto Group.
Back here at Green, it's halftime of the Putman Properties halftime report, and we'll send it down to the field and the Green marching band.
Ladies and gentlemen, under the direction of Steve Longstead and Keith Reamer, it's the 2024 edition of the Green Middle School Bulldog Marching Band. That's right, tonight we welcome our 8th grade band to the field. While the high schoolers have shown them a thing or two about marching band on a Friday night, the 8th grade has something to show you as well. At 66 members strong, these Green Middle School Bulldogs combine to create a sound that is truly wild. We hope you enjoy our performance of this Director's Choice Animal. All right, let's turn out with a combined piece to close out the show. That's right. Hold on to your seat. Stow away any loose items in your carry-on, and put your tray table in the upright and locked position, because our Green High School and Green Middle School bands are combining for this next one. Hey band. Hey song. It's the Green High School and Middle School Bulldog Marching Band.
And we have a 7-7 tie at halftime on the Sardis scoreboard. Let's take a look at other action in the area on that scoreboard. Halftime scores. Lake 21, Glen Oak nothing. Hoover 9, Louisville 7, Minerva 10, St. Thomas Aquinas 7, Northwest 21, Fairless 7, McKinley 24, Perry 7, Triway 28, Tuslaw 7, CDCA 14, Kent South 10, Massillon 17, Lakewood St. Edward 14, Warren Kennedy on top of Marlington by a score of 22-14. Alliance and Central Catholic tied at 14. East Canton 14, Tusky Valley 13, and Sandy Valley 31. Tusky Central Catholic nothing. That's what we have on the Sardis scoreboard. We'll take one more time out and we'll come back to Green and get ready for the second half. It's tied at 7, and you're listening to High School Football presented by the Sarshone Auto Group on Q92.
Looking for that perfect summer glow all year round?
West Branch
Carolina
correspondent,
Sun
27,
located at
West Branch over
3555 Wales Road. We are your go-to spot for premium tanning services. And guess what? You can save big with our Membership Monday deals. Just find us on Facebook to unlock exclusive offers. Whether you're getting ready for a special event or just want to keep that
Alan
sun
joins the league next year, I believe.
that Carolina Sun is here to help. Visit us today and
year,
shine
I've
brighter
heard the year
tomorrow.
after. Oh,
Carolina
I know
Sun,
what-
where
I
the
don't know
sun
when you're
always
just football.
Yes.
Q92 Sports is your home for the best in high school and Mount Union football. Be sure to follow us all season long on our social media. Just follow Q92 Sports on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. We drop photos and videos from all of our football broadcasts, both high school and Mount Union. You can also see what games we'll be broadcasting week to week, and we always follow you back. Be sure to follow Q92 Sports on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter, and stay connected to the Q92 Sports Network.
This is high school football on Q92, presented by Sarshone Auto Group.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, pull out your 50-50 raffle tickets. Tonight,
Back here at
50-50 winner
Green.
will be walking away with $1,100.
Always love to hear the match game music. And
$103 for tonight's winning 50-50 winner.
giving away the 50-50, but I love the match game music. 7-7 are scored at halftime. Clint Scroggs and Brian Beatty and Ryan Bevere on a very nice night. Yet another perfect football night. We have only had the weather one night. We had the rain a couple of weeks ago, but it's been very nice all season long. Next Friday will be the first Friday that we are actually in fall when we play a high school football game.
It looks like we might have some fall weather next week too, finally. So,
Possibly,
yeah.
possibly. Well, speaking of fall and football, we've had a defensive struggle here so far this evening, which I don't know was on the bingo card coming in tonight. I thought we'd see a few more points, but as we said, coming out of that first half, the defenses have really controlled the opposition tonight, which both have some very explosive offensive players.
Exactly. You know, it's a great Federal League matchup. I mean, it's just good, tough football, as the Federal League has always been. You know, Martin had the first series had a nice catch for a touchdown, a couple plays, but since then, Jackson's kind of, you know, kept him under control. Now they've been behind the sticks, and that kind of takes away their RPOs. That makes it a little bit tougher getting the ball. And on the other side of the ball, I've been really impressed with Satterfield and Eckerman, their running ability tonight. Both of you know, as a quarterback, you know, lowering his shoulder, getting the extra 2 yards, and Satterfield is definitely a scat back, picking up some yards. So, yeah, just a good ball game. Looking forward to the second half.
Stay tuned for the Paramount Elite Player of the Game following tonight's broadcast. Paramount Elite for all your general contracting and home restoration needs. Now the teams are warming up, getting ready for this second half, and they kind of do what they do. This is a couple of offenses. They come out most of the time in the spread, sometimes with a back, sometimes not. Don't know what wrinkles they actually have to change things up in the second half. Maybe we'll see some of that, but when you're covering downfield, the pass rush is able to get to the quarterbacks. We've seen that tonight, and we saw some forced passes early, and later on in the half, it was basically just quarterbacks running for their lives.
Yeah, you go in at halftime and you clean up the mistakes. You're not really going to change up much X and O wise. You just want to clean up the mental mistakes. I know one time, Green, they brought the backpack in the backfield. He missed his blocking assignment. Lineman, one of them, just the miscommunication. You want to clean everything up. Whoever makes the least mistakes this second half is going to win this ball game.
All right, Green in the black jerseys and pants, orange numbers and stripes, black helmet. And Jackson in the all-white tonight. White jerseys and pants with the purple numbers and the purple and yellow trim, the yellow helmets. And very happy to have teams with contrasting numbers on their jerseys so we can read them pretty easily from where we are. And a great crowd here tonight on a Federal League night of football.
Now, doing Green's uniforms and doing their laundry, I like the all-black. A little bit easier to clean, for sure, than the all-white. So I look at it a little bit differently than you.
That job has got to be a lot easier now that we basically hardly ever have a game on grass. I mean, that's not a thing anymore. What's the biggest problem since there's no grass stains to worry about and mud? What's the biggest problem?
The wear and tear on the jerseys themselves, just on playing up. But you get that from the rubber. You get a gray, black tint to the jersey. So you do have to pre-watch them. Sometimes it's almost as hard to get that out as the grass. So you do, if you look at a white, they'll have a lot of gray and the black stains just from the rubber being in the field. So.
All right, Jackson will get the ball first to start the second half. Central Catholic has taken a 21-14 lead on Alliance early in the third quarter on the SARTA scoreboard. All these games available on Q92radiosports.com. And that one also available on AM 1310 WDPN with Christian Bigglesworth bringing the action there. All right, getting ready to go for the second half.
Number 7, Noah Colando. And number 18,
kicking off,
Christian
Logan Noro for Green.
6, Logan Noro.
Colando back deep for the Polar Bears. Again, they kick it short to the near side. It's taken on the 32-yard line, out across the 35 to the 39-yard line by Nash Walters, senior defensive back. He fair caught the last time they did that. This time he ran it ahead for about 7 or 8 yards. And again, great field position here for Jackson starting on their 40. We don't have the numbers on this, but this has to be around their average starting spot, whereas Green probably 18, 20-yard line would have to be their average.
I would say inside the 20 for sure for Green tonight. And like you said, about the 40 for Jackson.
Typically in that situation, the scoring is more lopsided, but we have a 7-7 game as the Polar Bears come out first and 10 with their junior quarterback, Lucas Eckerman. And their senior running back, Christian Satterfield, gets the handoff up the middle, has room, and with a flag down, he goes across the 45 to the 47. And I believe the tackler may have gotten him by the face mask.
Yeah, he tried to grab the first thing he could, and it was the face mask, unfortunately, for Green.
So it'll be a penalty tacked on to the end of that play. And just like that, one play and a penalty, the Polar Bears are right back in Green territory on the 38-yard line. We're 9 seconds into this third quarter of a 7-7 game. Jackson spent most of the second quarter in Green territory, but only able to get one score. One wide out to the right, one to the near side, wing left, tight end right, and one back. Handoff, Satterfield waits for the hole to open. Gets what he can before he's pushed back at the 36-yard line. Tackled by Josh Taylor.
Number 21, Cole Metcalf. Second down.
And by A.J. Fortunato. Second down and 8. Polar Bears look to the far side for the play. They'll send 3 out to that side, 1 to the near side. And no tight end of the formation. Actually, the tight end is the slot man to the right, and they'll run it up the middle with Satterfield. Has the seam over right tackle inside the 30 and forcing his way inside the 30 to the 27-yard line as he delivered the blow there when he got to the first resistance.
Yeah, great patience by Satterfield there. Found the hole, and then, like you said, delivered the blow. You know, he's 165 pounds, but he's only 5'8", so he's a stocky 165 pounds, if that makes sense. Nice, strong run.
Out to the right go three receivers. Again, one to the near side. That's Calando. And Eckerman in the pistol. Hands off. Satterfield trying the right side. Cuts back and picks up two more to the 25. So it'll be 2nd and 8. We're a minute and a half into the third quarter. And the Jackson Polar Bears, who trailed 7-0 in the early stages of the game, have tied it at 7 and have controlled things since then. But we're still in a tie score.
Yeah, each team at half both had 5 possessions apiece, but it felt like Jackson, like you said, at time of possession, we don't have that, but it was definitely in Jackson's favor.
This time an empty backfield, wing left, and it's a run up the middle by Eckerman, and he is met rudely by the middle of the defense for the Green Bulldogs. Spot him on the 22-yard line. It'll be 3rd down and 5.
Got a little counterplay there. Number 56, Max Leach, was leading that. If Eckerman would have just followed behind him there, I think it would have been a little bit easier of a run for him.
This time 2 receivers each way. No one in the backfield with Eckerman. Back to throw. Setting up. Throws far side. Caught by Calando inside the 15 and down to the 14-yard line. And the Polar Bears are going to have a first down on the 8-yard pass and catch by Noah Calando. He came in leading the team with 14 grabs on the season. It's, I believe, his 2nd or 3rd of tonight's game. And the Polar Bears inside the RG Drag red zone.
Yeah, great route there. Great ball placement by Eckerman, getting the ball outside so he could make the adjustment and make the catch.
2 receivers left, tight end and a wing to the left, and they'll run it left. And a nice hit put on the running back. That hit by Cam Warner at the 14-yard line. It'll be a gain of maybe a half yard, not a full yard. Jackson has used 3.5 minutes here in the third quarter. In the middle of that green line, Zane Alcati trying to pump up his team and pump up the bench on the near side. A little bit flat for Green right now. Trips to the right, one to the near side. Hand off to Satterfield. Hit near the line of scrimmage, and now the big pile up, and they throw him back. It's another short gain, maybe a yard on the play. So it'll be 3rd down and 9. Ball just inside the 13-yard line. Bringing an extra DB as Hayden Clark will come in, an extra linebacker. 3rd and 9 on the 13-yard line. Trips to the right, one to the near side for Jackson. Tied at 7 early third quarter. Here's Eckerman, going to throw the fade near side, and it is incomplete as Calando was perfectly covered on the near side of the field. The defender not allowing the receiver to get to the inside.
Yeah, great coverage there by Green. A little bit of contact, but nothing penalty-wise. Big stop for Green there. They bent a little bit, but didn't break.
That was Antonio Martin on the coverage, and now here's a field goal attempt by Cooper Meiser. 4 of 6 on the season. This will be a 30-yarder. 2 of 3 from this distance. Snap a little high, ball down, kick on the way, plenty of distance, and it is good. 7:35 to go in the third quarter. It's now Jackson 10, Green 7. You're listening to High School Football, presented by the Sarshone Auto Group on Q92.
High school football exemplifies the true meaning of teamwork. At Friends and Family Credit Union, our team of local friendly professionals offer the same true spirit for our members with a wide array of products
Used
from
him as a
vehicle
weapon down
loans
here
to
at half.
personal loans, family secure
Really?
checking with
A
ID
little bit
Protect,
closer.
mortgage, home equity line of credit, and more. For over 60 years, we have the game plan for your financial well-being. Visit any of our 3 convenient
Tell you what,
locations
Satterfield is
online
wide
or
open
mobile
out of the
banking.
backfield.
Now,
There's
more than ever, it's time
and
to
that's
bring
something
a
you'll see
friend
tomorrow morning
into
in
the
film.
family.
This is high school football on Q92, presented by Sarshone Auto Group.
Bulldogs, number 1, Antonio Martin, and number 20, Evan Reed.
Well, Jackson takes the second half kickoff
Number 92, Cooper Nizer.
with help from a face mask penalty that got them going on the drive. They take it down for a field goal of 30 yards from Cooper Miser. And he's about to kick it off with Jackson in a 10-7 lead. 2 back deep. And again, they kick it to the near side, and it's going to be Martin at the 4-yard line. Up to the 5, headed out to the middle of the field. Crossing the field, tripped up on the 15-yard line. A block in the back. Didn't help Antonio Martin. Looked like the tackle there by Chase Maurer. And Martin never did really start up the field. He just tried to go across and it set up the penalty and the short return.
Yeah, Jackson taking the risk there, kicking to Martin here every time. Like you said, a tough penalty again. They're going to back them inside their 10-yard line, open this first drive.
They're going to start on the 8 again. I don't know. I know they've started on their 17 and their 14 and on the 8 and now on the 7 as they pick it up and move it back a yard. So the ball on the 7-yard line. And Green with a 1st and 10. Their quarterback, Tyson Hunka, the junior, in the pistol with 1 back, 4 receivers. And he fakes the pitch to the right, runs up the middle, has room, 15, 20, and dragged down on the 22-yard line. Very effective play there. Gets him out of jail and a 1st down. The tackle by Jackson's Max Cowles. 14-15 on the pickup to the 22.
Yeah, great play there by Hunka. They've been running that, like we said, chest pass, and he saw that defensive end outside linebacker come up, and he faked the chest pass and took it up the middle. Great read.
On 1st and 10, it is a handoff to the left, and the ball carrier, I believe that's Evan Reed, going to go down right around the line of scrimmage as Jackson again gets penetration. It sets up a 2nd down. We'll call it 9 from the 23. 6:48 left in the 3rd. Jackson with a 10-7 lead. Green Bulldogs looking to the near side for a play. They send 1 out to the left, 3 to the near side. Hunka rolling near side. Looking downfield, still looking. Sets up as a man wide open behind the defense, and he's out of bounds. The pass led him to the sideline and out of bounds. It was caught by Anthony Fortunato, but everybody forgot about it. He was behind the entire defense, but Hunka could not keep the pass in bounds.
No, it was a sprint out here to the right and threw off his back foot a little bit, had a little bit of pressure, but yeah, he stepped out of bounds. That was a tough one.
Could have thrown that to the hash marks, and Fortunato would have had a chance to run over and catch it.
Got a flag on the other side. Old sideline warning.
All right, so no penalty, and that'll set up a 3rd and 9 here for Green.
I imagine that was the defensive coach out in the field, maybe communicating with his DBs on that play.
Northwest scores again. They lead Fairless 28-7 on the Sarda scoreboard. 3rd and 9 for Green. Now they send 2 men in motion to the left, Reed and Martin. So they have 3 over there now. 2 to the near side. Hunka back to throw with time. Going down the middle and too high for Martin. He had a receiver open on the far sideline, but tried to hit Antonio Martin. Going down the hash marks, the pass was too high, and now we have a flag well after the play. I don't know if maybe unsportsmanlike or personal foul maybe here against Jackson.
And there's some stomping going on next door. So,
yeah, we are basically separated by a pane of glass from the Jackson coaches to our right.
Personal foul, face mask. Result, first down.
So a face mask against Jackson, not necessarily as part of the play. And a huge penalty there against the Polar Bears gives Green a first down out to the 36-yard line. They were going to have to punt there.
Yeah, exactly.
And that could be very costly. We'll see how it works out, as Green will have a new set of downs from the 36. 4 to the near side. Now Reed and Martin switch over to the left. Same formation as the last play. Hunka, quick throw out to the far side left. Caught. And out of bounds goes Evan Giorgio. Just over the 41-yard line. So about 5 on that play.
Second down.
We're at 6 minutes to go in the third quarter from Green. The Bulldogs trailing Jackson 10-7. Now Reed comes in motion. They hand him the ball, sweeping near side, trying to get to the corner, and he's dragged down on a nice play in space at the 46-yard line. Tackled by Mitch Brocker, very close to first down yardage. Let's see where they put the ball down. They're going to put it just over the 45, so they're about a half yard short. Third and about a foot, actually, for Green. They'll send one out to the far side, 2 to the near side, and a back on either side of the quarterback. Man goes in motion left. It's Caden Gregory. And up the middle goes Hunka. First down, spinning across the 50 and down to the Jackson 49-yard line. So 5 yards for Hunka right up the middle. And their 2 most productive plays on this possession have been that run up the middle by the quarterback.
Exactly. Green front line pinned their ears back there and got helmet on helmet and made a nice first down effort.
Clock continuing to run. 4:45 left in the third. 10-7 Jackson. Green started on their own 7-yard line. They're now on the Polar Bears 49.
Yeah,
here's Hunka again, and he's going to go up the middle with flags down, and he'll get up a yard or 2. He had 2 players moving for Green when the ball was snapped. It's okay in Canada, but not here.
Yeah, both the backs are looking at each other, trying to figure out which one was wrong there.
They're going to decline the penalty. So it'll be second down and 9. It was a 1-yard pickup there for Hunka, so they refuse the illegal motion penalty. It looked cool. They both started in motion in opposite directions at the same time, but outside the rules.
Yes. Just don't want to outsmart yourself here. You just want to stick to what's been working here.
Second and 9. Here comes a man in motion. They handed the ball on the sweep, and it's Bruce around the corner, and it's good yardage. Actually, it's McMichael. Anthony McMichael, and he picks up a first down at the Jackson 35-yard line. They haven't really handed off much to the backs, but he's been the most effective runner tonight out of the backfield.
Yeah, number 12, Hunka. He's reading the outside linebacker defensive end there, and he's been getting some good yardage, so they took him and he gave the ball off.
2 backs, and a handoff to Reed up the middle. Steps to his right, then to his left, and moves ahead down close to the 30-yard line. Nice pickup by Evan Reed. Junior at 6'1" and 215. A little bit of a Swiss Army knife type player. He can run out of the backfield, can receive. And he picks up good yardage on first down. We're at 3:20 to go in the third quarter. Jackson with a 10-7 lead.
Yeah, Reed's a good size back at 6'1", 215. He's very agile on that run also. There you go. Get him set.
Now the backs move out of the backfield, set up, and Reed goes in motion to the left. They'll hand him the ball, trying to turn the end. And almost ran through a tackle. He's dragged down after about a 1-yard pickup. Cut inside the block that time and was brought down by Zach Saleh and Mitch Brocker. 3rd down and 5. So they'll give him about a foot on that play. Green with another 3rd down here. They got their last first down, or the 2 first downs ago via the penalty. And play action. Rolling out Hunka. Now he's being chased. Running back the other way. Throws it left-handed, and Reed has it to the 20, to the 10, to the 5, and down close to the goal line. Touchdown, Green.
What a great play there. Great little dump off. And
that's 30 yards. And maybe the only left-handed touchdown pass Tyson Hunka will ever throw in his life. He was being chased from behind by Nolan Foster. He could hear the footsteps, and he just pitched it out there with the left hand. Extra point coming up from Logan Noro. Sophomore puts it up, and good. 2:17 to go in the 3rd quarter. It's now Green 14, Jackson 10. You're listening to High School Football presented by the Sarshone Auto Group on Q92.
The Q92 Sports Network brings you more high school football and basketball games than anyone else, by far. But did you know that you can go back and listen to our broadcast again? Simply go to the Q92 radio page on SoundCloud. We posted the games we broadcast for everyone to go back and relive. We have playlists filled with our high school football broadcasts from 2016 to this season. So go to SoundCloud now, follow Q92 Radio, and listen. And thank you for listening to all of our sports broadcasts of high school football and basketball on the Q92 Sports Network.
This is high school football on Q92, presented by Sarshone Auto Group.
We got us a game right now with 2:17 to go in the 3rd quarter. Green has retaken the lead 14-10 over Jackson.
Keeper Jackson, number 10.
And another long drive
18, Christian Satterfield. Kicking off
for the Bulldogs to get on the board.
yeah, both of these opening possessions, big face mask penalties against each team that puts both teams in scoring positions. Green took advantage and got the 7 points, and Jackson got 3.
Morrow to kick it off. 2 for Jackson, standing around the 10-yard line. And it's a bouncing kick, picked up at the 30, 35, out across the 40 to the 42-yard line. For Jackson goes Van Reardon. So again, great field position for the Polar Bears. They've taken advantage of the short kickoffs. So 1st and 10, Jackson on their 42 with 2:12 to go in the 3rd. McKinley now up on Perry, 31-7. Did not have that one.
No.
Jackson on 1st down. Satterfield trying the left end, and he's forced back inside and tackled at the line of scrimmage. Another nice play by Cam Warner, sophomore, who has been very busy defensively for Green in this second half. And another one trying to get everybody pumped up after all those nice plays he's been making. Cowles goes out to the right side, 2 to the near side left. Eckerman in the pistol with 1 back. Now they look out to the far sideline for the play. They have the tight end, Stanley, set up tight left. Satterfield, the running back. Eckerman straight back, going to throw far side of the field, low and incomplete. Short hopped his receiver, Cowles, who was trying to come back for the ball, but the pass was just underthrown by too much. And that sets up a 3rd and 10 here for the Polar Bears.
Anthony Fortunato on the coverage for the Bulldogs.
Central 21, Alliance 14 in the 4th quarter. Minerva 13, Aquinas 7. Triway 35, Tuslaw 7. East Canton 14, Tusky Valley 13. Massillon up on St. Edward 24-14 in the 3rd. Back to throw, Eckerman Rush from the outside. Now he's going to run to the near side. Throws on the run, and it's a nice catch on the sideline at the 46-yard line. Pulled in by Jackson's Micah Regenball, sophomore, as Eckerman getting away from the pressure and keeping his eyes downfield to hit that receiver.
Exactly what you said, keeping his eyes downfield and made a nice toss out there with pressure coming in his face.
All on the green 46-yard line. 1:18 to go in the third. Clock stopped. Green up 14-10. Handoff. Satterfield tries the middle. Nothing there. Bounces outside left, and he's finally tripped up at about the 42-yard line. Coming up to make the tackle, Anthony McMichael. And a 4-yard gain on first down. Trips out to the right, one to the near side. Eckerman with one back, no tight end. They get lined up, and now they straighten up and look to the far side for the play. 10 on the play clock, 41 left in the third quarter. Fake handoff, Eckerman up the middle, big hole inside the 35, down to the 34-yard line for a Jackson first down. It'll stop the clock with 33 to go in the third quarter. Now it will start, and the Polar Bears don't have to run another play here, but they are getting lined up to run one. And they look to the far side for the play. 13 on the game clock. Eckerman back to throw. Wanted to throw out to the side. Instead, dumps it off to his back, Satterfield, and he's going to be wrestled down after a short gain. And that will be the end of the third quarter. So after 3 from Green, it is Green 14, Jackson 10 on the Sarda scoreboard. You're listening to high school football, presented by the Sarshone Auto Group on Q92.
Quality meals and Midwestern hospitality. That's what the Ohio Grill is known for. Owners Tyler Barrett and Mitchell Gallagher believe in simple food done right. Head to 715 Canton Road in Carrollton, Ohio for mouth-watering burgers, salads, and cut French fries. Daily specials at theohiogrill.com. Open Monday through Friday, 11 a.m. to 8 p.m. Call 330-476-6312. The Ohio Grill, where food and hometown pride unite. Satisfaction guaranteed.
This is high school football on Q92, presented by Sarshone Auto Group.
We were tied at 7 at the end of the first half. And now at the end of the third quarter, it's Green 14 and Jackson 10. Clint Scroggs, Brian Beatty, and Ryan Bevere with you from Green. And we'll go down to Ryan here momentarily. As we have the opportunity, we'll go down there after this first play. But this is I believe the best game we've seen this year. We had a close game last week, Lake and Perry. This has been a good one from the outset. Jackson, 2nd and 9 on the Green 33-yard line as we start the fourth quarter. And here's a handoff to a new man in the game for Jackson. That is Foster Stanley, a senior, 6 feet and 180. And that's his 5th carry of the season, now with 17 yards. And Ryan, if you're down there, if you're ready to go, I don't know if he can hear us. He couldn't hear us earlier in the third. See if we can get down to Ryan here momentarily. Here we give it up the middle again, and Stanley taking it inside the 25 and down to the 20. So 2 straight ahead runs by the Polar Bears. And they easily pick up the first down, and they come right back to the line of scrimmage. 4 receivers, 1 back, 1st and 10. Handoff and whistles and what? Green, I think, called a timeout. Yeah, Jackson forces the Bulldogs to call timeout, or did they? No, they had too many men on the field. So the hurry-up offense forcing the penalty and putting the ball down to the 15. So Jackson will have a 1st and 5 on the 15 here early in the fourth quarter, trailing 14-10. Again, they go with 4 wide, 2 each way. Eckerman hands off up the middle. Oh, he kept nicely, has the ball. The back, Stanley getting it straight up the middle. Thought he had the ball, and he ended up popping through the pile for a couple of yards. They'll give him the 13, so it'll be 3rd and 3. Sorry, 2nd and 3.
Yeah, a little change up there with Stanley. He's more of a power, put his head down, shoulder down, and goes north and south quickly.
He's still in there on the 2nd and 3 play. They go with a couple of tight ends. They run up the middle. Stanley steps to his left looking for a hole and then pushes forward. It looks like he has his first down just inside the 10-yard line. See where they mark it. Yep, it will be a first down, yes. So Jackson moved the chains, and that will be a 1st and goal with the ball touching the 10-yard line. 2 minutes into the fourth quarter. Green up 14-10. Same formation. Stanley again up the middle with room inside the 5 and wrestled down to the turf on the 4-yard line.
Jackson's going to want to get on the ball here.
They're going to try it again and go right to the line of scrimmage and set up and run it again. Again, it's Stanley up the middle, pushing his way in for the Jackson touchdown. And the Polar Bears retake the lead. That was power football after we changed ends on the quarter break. They came in with Stanley and just ran it right down the throats of the Green Bulldogs.
Yeah, the senior hadn't had many carries and got the opportunity and took advantage of it. Ran the ball hard. A complete, change up from what we've seen with Satterfield in the backfield, but great drive, way to finish.
Extra point attempt by Miser. Snap is good, ball down, and the kick is up and through. 9:29 to go in the fourth quarter on the Sardis scoreboard. It's now Jackson 17, Green 14. You're listening to high school football presented by the Sarshone Auto Group.
Q92 is your home for the best in high school and Mount Union football. Be sure to follow us all season long on our social media. Just follow Q92 Sports on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. We drop photos and videos from all of our football broadcasts, both high school and Mount Union. You can also see what games we'll be broadcasting week to week, and we always follow you back. Be sure to follow Q92 Sports on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter, and stay connected to the Q92 Sports Network.
This is high school football on Q92, presented by Sarshone Auto Group.
Kicking off for Jackson, number 92.
Jackson will kick off. They have retaken the lead. Our third lead change here in the second half. 17-14, Polar Bears on the Sardis scoreboard. Hoover leads Louisville 16-7 with 3.5 minutes to go. Northwest 31, Fairless 14. Central 27, Alliance 14 as the kickoff again comes down to Martin at the 5. Starts up the middle, now cuts to his left again, trying to get to the outside, and again he's going to be dropped short of the 20-yard line. They'll get him on the 17. And again the tackle by the sophomore, Chase Maurer. And again, Green starting inside their own 20-yard line.
Yeah, special teams, always big in these close games. And by far right now, Jackson is leading that. Great kickoff coverage throughout the evening. And that's not a easy gentleman to tackle in the open field, Mr. Martin.
On first down from the 17, handoff up the middle, Reed 20, 25. Nice run by Evan Reed. Pulled down on the play by Jordan Warmoth.
Brought down by Jackson's number 31, Jordan Warmoth.
Ball on the 25. That's an 8-yard pickup
Second down
for Evan Reed. Neither team has been able really to get the passing game going tonight. They've had to do whatever they've done on the ground. Jackson impressive on that last drive. Green trying to answer back. Reed goes into motion in the backfield, and Jackson jumped offside. It was Reese Myers on the right end who jumped into the backfield, and that will be a first down for the Green Bulldogs on the penalty. Second one of those in the second half. So the ball will be placed touching the 30-yard line. 8:45, clock running, fourth quarter on the Sardis scoreboard. Jackson 17, Green 14, handoff up the middle, and that is McMichael to the 37. So it was, no, they didn't have the chains moved. So that was a first down play.
Yeah.
And it's a gain of 7.
Second down.
Fortunately, they had the yard marker in the right place. Here is whistles. And looks like another penalty here against Jackson. Well, they got Green for a false start. So they return the penalty yardage back to Jackson. That'll put the ball back on the 32-yard line, making it 2nd and 8. Handoff, Reed up the middle, met in the hole. Jordan Warmoth again at the 33, so only a 1-yard pickup. Big penalty there against Green. And they only get 1 on second down, so it's 3rd down and 7 for the Bulldogs. 7:50, clock running. Green trailing 17-14. Bulldogs offense looking to the near sideline for the play to be signaled in. They have 3 out to the right side, 2 to the near side. Still 10 on the play clock. Hunka alone in the backfield. Takes the snap. 3-man rush. Flushed out of the pocket. Rolling right. Throws. Caught. Across the 40. 42, 43-yard line. Evan Giorgio with the grab. And Green converts the 3rd down and 7 on the catch by Giorgio, the junior.
Yeah, great pass by Hunker there. He got out of the pocket, took a shot, delivered the ball on time for a big first down. I was watching down here at Martin, just thought maybe see what he was going to do. They had him about triple team, so they're taking him out of the game, but Hunker's finding other people.
On the 42, 1st and 10. Fake the end around, and up the middle goes the quarterback. Thought he might bust through there, but he was wrapped up and dropped on the 47. It's still a 5-yard gain. And a 2nd down and 5 for Green. 6:40 to go in the 4th. Green trailing by 3. Again, starting this possession inside their own 20. And they have it out to the 47 with a 2nd and 5. As Reed comes in from the near sideline. He'll be one of the 3 out to the far side, 2 to the near side, which is the wide side of the field. Now Reed coming in motion. They hand him the ball, trying to sweep the end, and he's dragged down from behind. Back on the 40-yard line. Into the backfield comes Kyler Bailing, a senior linebacker. Called a lot of different names tonight for that Jackson defense, many of them making big plays, and that loss will set up a 3rd and 12 here for Green on their 40-yard line.
Yeah, they've been reading that pretty well all night. That was just not a good read. Quarterback should have kept that and kept it up the middle.
Hoover 16, Louisville 13 now with 2:44 to go. 3rd down and 12 for Green. 4-man rush. Hunka with time, sets up, throws middle into traffic.
Flag.
And incomplete pass intended for Martin as he ran into somebody as he was crossing the field, but the ball just been whizzing by everyone, incomplete. And Green will have a 4th and 12 on their own 40. With 5:24 to go, and the Green punt team will come on the field after some deliberation by Mark Geis and the Green staff. They'll bring in Ron Bruce to punt it away. Noah Calando will be back on his 25-yard line. Most of the punts tonight for both sides have been just low-line drives that have bounced either to or past the return man. Good snap. This kick is a line drive to the near side of the field, hits right along the sideline, and then goes out of bounds inside the 25. Let's see where they mark it out of bounds. And they'll put it at about the 23-yard line. So Jackson, with 5:17 to go, if they can put some first downs together, they might be able to put this game away. Green wants to get the ball back, see what they can do about this 3-point deficit.
Yeah, probably the deepest Jackson's been pinned all night. So see if they can get a 3-and-out here or quick change of possession.
Eckerman will have Satterfield back in there with him at the running back position. Heavy formation, and they'll run it up the middle. Satterfield, nothing there, but then he's dragged down, and multiple flags come in. I think we got another face mask here against the Bulldogs. The tackle gave all the telltale signs, so we couldn't see exactly if the man had his hand on the face mask, but the body looked like he did.
Personal foul. First down.
So a big penalty there against the Bulldogs gets Jackson out of bad field position. They'll have it up now near the 40-yard line at the 38. Clock running, 5 minutes to go. Jackson with a 3-point advantage.
Yeah, Satterfield's such a quick back. He's always making moves. One minute you think you have the jersey, and then all of a sudden his face mask is there.
Take the handoff. Eckerman running left, and he's going to be dropped right around the line of scrimmage. 2 Bulldogs were there very quickly. One of them was Caden Warner. And it'll be second down and a long 9 with 4.5 minutes to go. Jackson on top by 3, trying to run this one out. Polar Bears taking their time. 12 on the play clock. Looking to the far side for the play. Getting the signal. On 2nd and 9. Draw play. Satterfield up the middle. Nearly busts it. Tripped up on the 45, but that'll set up a 3rd down and about 2.5 here for the Polar Bears as we're under 4 minutes to go. 13-7. Minerva over Aquinas after 3. Both of those teams on losing streaks of more than 30 games. From the 45, 3rd and 2, Polar Bears look to the far sideline. Clock still running. We're down around 3:20 when this play starts. Snap back to Eckerman. Handoff. Satterfield around the left end. He has a first down and more. Tripped up from behind. But they'll mark him inbounds at the Green 45-yard line. And the Polar Bears maybe 1 first down away from ending this game.
Absolutely. Great run again by Satterfield. Nothing up the middle. Great vision. Stops, makes the cut to the left, and gets right back upfield. And like you said, stayed in bounds.
Down to 3:10 to go. Jackson with a 3-point lead. 1st and 10 on the Green 45. They have 2 receivers out to the left side, 1 to the near side. Tight end left, wing right. And another handoff. Satterfield tries the middle, and this time the Bulldogs are all over him. Nothing there, and now Green will take a timeout. With 2:51 to go, we'll take a break. 17-14, Jackson on top. You're listening to High School Football, presented by the SARS Schoen Auto Group on Q92.
Finding the right space to open or relocate your business can mean the difference between success and failure. The real estate professionals at Putman Properties will help find the perfect commercial property to suit your needs. Putman Properties specializes in office, retail, warehouse, manufacturing, investment, and multifamily residential real estate. Looking to sell your commercial real estate? Putman Properties marketing professionals will utilize local, regional, and national networks developed over 30 years to command the highest yield available. Contact Putman Properties at 330-498-4400 or visit them online at putmanproperties.com.
This is high school football on Q92, presented by Sarshone Auto Group.
Stay tuned for the Paramount Elite Player of the Game following tonight's broadcast. Paramount Elite for all your general contracting and home restoration needs. And like last week, we have a number of different candidates. One of those would have to be Christian Satterfield for Jackson. He's had a lot of fine runs tonight. Second down and 10 for Jackson. On the green 45, they lead by 3. Satterfield, second man, tries the left side. He's going to be hit for a loss.
Ball's on the ground.
Tried to pull the ball out. Let's see. Nope, they're going to mark it as a Jackson recovery as Satterfield gets up with the football, and Green takes another timeout with 2:46 to go. We'll take it as well. 17-14, Jackson. You're listening to High School Football, presented by the Sarshone Auto Group on Q92.
By choosing Life Care Family Health and Dental in Canton as your medical home, you'll have access to a variety of integrated health services.
Reminds them of the last
vision,
huddle
women's
about that.
health, children's health, and behavioral health. Life Care's goal is to provide comprehensive and coordinated medical care to maximize health outcomes for you and your family. If you are sick, we have same-day appointments for our current patients. For information on how to become a new patient, visit lifecarefhoc.org. At Life Care Family Health and Dental, you will never get turned away.
This is high school football on Q92, presented by Sarshone Auto Group.
Well, coming down to the wire here at Green Memorial Stadium. Jackson will have a 3rd and 12 from the Bulldogs 47. Jackson up 17-14. This time they come out with 4 receivers, and the runner right up the middle is the quarterback, Eckerman, to the 44. He stopped there, and Green takes their final timeout with 2:40 to go. So Jackson will have it 4th and 9 on the Green 44. I was a little interested there that we didn't see Foster Stanley, as it was obvious everybody knew it was going to be runs. But 2 backs who have the ability to make big plays. That time they went with the senior, or at least on that possession, Satterfield. And they were able to get from inside their own 20 to the Green 44 and use more than 3 minutes off the clock.
Yeah.
McKinley up 38-7 on Perry in the 4th quarter. That I'll have to find out about.
That's interesting. Yeah, for sure.
Kinley got it going last week against Glen Oak, which you can say, well, Glen Oak's really struggling this year, but that is a very surprising result. Lake has beaten Glen Oak tonight, 27-0, I believe is what I saw. That's correct. Jackson will punt from the Green 44. Miser back in punt formation. Good snap, no rush. Kick is away, and it's a good one. Martin back to his 7, looking for room. Breaks a tackle, trying to sneak out the backside. He's to the 10, stiff arm, and he's going to go down on the 15-yard line. Nice job on the far side of the field by Kyler Belling to not get sucked into the middle and keep Martin contained, and Green will have to go the long way. Again, starting deep in their own territory on their 16 with 2:26 to go, trailing by 3 and no timeouts.
Now, once again, the special teams for Jackson tonight have been elite. The coverage, taking care of Martin, he's a heck of an athlete, and keeping him contained on these kickoffs and punts and short yardage and making them start, with bad field position. That is such a key play, and especially in tight games, it comes down to special teams.
1st and 10 for Green on their 16-yard line. Hunka back to throw with time, far side, through the hands of the receiver at the 27-yard line as Anthony Fortunato couldn't hang on. Pass was high, but he should have pulled that one down. And it will be 2nd and 10, 2:21 to go. Both quarterbacks have had some trouble tonight with the high throws. And that one, very important one that got away from Tyson Hunka. He'll come to the near side on the roll, being chased, throws near sideline, caught along the sideline. And it's a good catch at the 28, and it will be a first down as Martin pulled that one in.
A little sprint out here to the left. Nice ball, got out of bounds.
So 2:15 to go. Green on their own 28. They trail by 3. No timeouts remaining. Hunka back to throw. 3-man rush. Has time. Now he's rolling to his right. Going to fire it downfield and incomplete. Intended for Reed on the far side, who had gotten away from his man, but the pass again leading him out of bounds. And the clock stops now with 2:07. Green with a 2nd and 10 on their 28. Play being signaled in from the near side. Clock is stopped, so they have plenty of time to get the play in. 10 on the play clock as they come to the line of scrimmage. Hunka straight back to throw. Looking middle. Throws. Caught. Giorgio across the 40 to the 43, and that's another Green first down.
Might have our face mask flag again. This seems to be the go-to flag tonight.
Well, it's right on the 40-yard line. And that will be a big 15 yards added onto this drive. That'll put Green over the 50-yard line with 2 minutes to go. So each team has been called for 2 face masks. Actually, that'll put them up to the 48-yard line, which is not 15 yards.
I didn't know they had the option of the 5 and 15. Coaching long enough.
Maybe from the spot. I don't know. In any case, Hunka back to throw. Out to the far side. And again, he throws it too high and incomplete. Intended for Evan Reed. Stops the clock with 1:56 to go.
Yeah, he's taking his first read. If it's not there, he's throwing the ball away there. He had the seam route open, but like I said, he's just making the first read and then getting rid of it. Get another play in here.
Back is Hunka. Nobody to throw to. Running around. Now he steps up, and he's going to be hit and dropped back on the 43-yard line. That's a big play for the Jackson defense. The clock will run. They'll put it on the 44, and it'll be 3rd down and 14.
Yeah, great pass rush there by Jackson. He had no way to get rid of the ball, even to not take the sack.
3rd and long. Hunka back. Has time. Again, goes down the middle, and it's caught inside the 40, 35, and inside the 30 with a first down. Pass caught by Caden Gregory, crossing the field. And now, with 1:19 to go, Green on the Jackson 29 with a 1st and 10. Hunka, quick throw near side and deflected away, incomplete. They were trying to go for the short throw to Giorgio. And Cooper Geisinger saw it coming and nearly cut in front of that play. That was a dangerous throw. Stops the clock with 1:12 to go.
Yeah, Cooper kind of baited him there, was sitting back, knew they were going to throw the quick out, and almost came up. That would have been 6 points the other way, and this game would have been over.
1:12 to go. From Green, Bulldogs trailing by 3. 2nd and 10 on the Jackson 29. 5 receivers. Hunka back to throw. Steps up. Going to run. Middle of the field, 25-20. Slides down to the 17, down to the 12-yard line. Green into the Archie Drake red zone. And with 1 minute to go, the Bulldogs 12 yards away from the lead. They look to be dead in the water, but they've made enough big plays here to give themselves a chance. Empty backfield, 5 wide. Hunka looking left to throw, throwing in the middle, incomplete. Martin with the tiniest bit of a push to get himself some separation there, turned around and the ball hit him right in the chest and he couldn't hang on.
Yeah, put the ball where he needed to, just didn't make the play there in the end zone.
44 seconds to go. Green with a 2nd and 10 on the Jackson 12. On the Sardis scoreboard, the Polar Bears trying to hang on to this 3-point lead. Central beats Alliance 27-14. Hoover 23, Louisville 16. Hunka back, under pressure. Steps up, now rolls right, still rolling, going for the sideline and out of bounds inside the 10. See where they spot him, right around the 8-yard line. 35 seconds, it'll be 3rd and 6 on the 8-yard line.
Smart play there by Hunker, getting outside, getting out of bounds, stopping the clock. And another great play, I'm not sure who the Jackson player coming up. He could have got a personal foul making the hit, and he avoided them. Just two well-coached football teams. You can just tell, the little things all night, special teams, everything. Great ball game.
So Green on the Jackson 8 with a 3rd and 6, 35 seconds to go. And Green trailing by 3. No timeouts left. And again, they go empty backfield. 5 wide. Hunka back to throw. Has time. Looking left. Now rolling. Stops. Throws middle. Off speed. Just of a receiver to another receiver for a touchdown. Oh, my goodness. The ball hit the receiver crossing the field right in the chest, carried from him right into the hands of Anthony Fortunato in the back of the end zone, and Green takes the lead with 26 seconds to go. Morrow for the extra point. Snap, spot, kick, good. What a drive by Green, and what a play to give the Bulldogs the lead in the final half minute.
Yeah, Hunter just was scrambling, trying to get his ball through to cross his body and probably put too much on that ball for making an easy catch, and it hit so hard off his chest it bounced back the end line for the touchdown.
I didn't see who the initial receiver was.
I didn't either.
But it might have been Giorgio, but in any case, it caromed like a golf ball hitting the cart path. I mean, that was a line drive off the chest of the first receiver right into the hands of the second receiver, Anthony Fortunato. And speaking of fortune, amazing fortune for the Green Bulldogs to give them a 4-point lead now with 26 seconds to go.
Jackson, number 18,
and the Polar Bears,
Christian Satterfield, and number 10, Max Towns.
This far from a huge win, could be suffering a heartbreaking defeat. Here's the kick. Comes down to Satterfield at the 15, 20, 25, and tripped up on the 26-yard line.
Yeah, your playmaker there, Martin, on the kickoff team came down there, made the initial stop. You have your best athletes on the field of these final kickoffs like that. That's why you have them out there.
So now Jackson has to go 74 yards, and they have only 22 seconds. They have all 3 timeouts, but can't really do enough to use 3 timeouts in that amount of time. What an amazing finish to this game. Green lost their opener to Dover, looking to win their 4th straight, which looked very unlikely about 5 minutes ago. Back to throw, Eckerman steps up, Going to run out to the left, and he's down. And we have a flag down. Stops the clock with 15 seconds. The sack was on the 25, and now let's check the flag. It could be another one.
Yeah. The most popular call tonight.
It is a face mask against Green, so that'll move Jackson out to the outside the 40 with 15 seconds to go. They still have 3 timeouts remaining, so that did use a bunch of the time they had left. Polar Bears first and 10 on their 41. Down by 4 with 12 seconds to go. They need a touchdown, and again, we're going to have a stoppage. Jay Rohr is out on the field speaking with one of the officials on the far side. Clock says 12. They're going to put it on 15. Imagine that was what the discussion was about. Trips near side, one out to the left. Trick play time, we'll see. Throw to the near side, and nobody's there for Jackson. It's intercepted by Martin. And that'll do it. Looked like miscommunication there for the Polar Bears. Cost them their last chance at this ball game. The receiver on the near side, Max Coles, went on a streak pattern up the near sideline, and the quarterback threw it to the sideline. Martin came up for the pick.
Yeah, it has to be a miscommunication. Setting something up there and just didn't work out for them.
Like they were just going to try to get a few yards, get closer to midfield.
Make that big throw to the end zone then.
So Green, how unlikely is this? The Bulldogs getting set for victory formation with 11 seconds to go. Honka takes a knee. And the Polar Bears come out to start the handshakes, and this one is over. Final score from Green on the SARTA scoreboard. Green Bulldogs 21, Jackson Polar Bears 17. We'll come back to wrap it up after a timeout. You're listening to high school football presented by the Sarshone Auto Group on Q92.
Located on West Tuscan, Canton, Harmon's Pub has proudly earned the title of Stark County's #1 bar. This local gem tantalizes taste buds with an impressive array of 18 chicken wing flavors, perfectly paired with an eclectic menu of fresh salads, mouth-watering burgers, and irresistible daily food and drink specials. Thursday nights are legendary for their famous Reuben with fries, all for just $10.99. Whether you're a wing aficionado or a burger enthusiast, Harmon's Pub is the ultimate destination for great food, delightful drinks, and unforgettable experiences.
Get into SARTA and get SARTA Smart. There are several ways to ride SARTA. Pay your fare the way you want. Use our Easy Fare app to get your ticket on the go. Tap to pay with SARTA Score and Touchdown cards. You can even pay with exact change in cash. The price is right and you can purchase at any of our transit centers. Tickets start as low as $1.50 per ride, or you can get a 30-day pass for $45. That's how you get into SARTA and get SARTA Smart. Visit sartaonline.com/smart.
Sarshone Auto Group is Ohio's fastest growing automotive group with 6 locations in Northeast Ohio, featuring top brands like Chevy, Ford, Ram, Jeep, Dodge, and more. Experience the fast, friendly, no-pressure approach to car buying that makes Sarshone truly different. Visit Sarshone today or see the selection of thousands of new and used vehicles at sarshone.com. Sarshone Auto Group, an official partner of the Cleveland Browns.
This is high school football on Q92, presented by Sarshone Auto Group.
Back at Green as the Bulldogs have pulled out a 21-17 victory over the Jackson Polar Bears, getting an 8-yard touchdown pass that caromed off one receiver for Green into the hands of Anthony Fortunato in the back of the end zone for the winning points with a half minute to go in this ball game. The Polar Bears driving, or the Bulldogs driving, I believe 84 yards on that last drive to get the winning points. And Green now goes to 4-1 on the season. Jackson falls to 2-3. And now time for our Paramount Elite Player of the Game. And really no cut and dried answer here tonight, but it was going to be one person maybe, but then that changed on the final drive just because of everything that happened and the way that Green handled that last drive. Tyson Hunka, their quarterback, was really in charge on that last possession.
Yeah, he was the whole game. You know, a good field general. It's I got to call it. You know, had some adversity all night. You know, different penalties, things happening, but it never went down. Always seemed to be in control. Didn't made one bad force early in the first half, but besides that, played a pretty clean ball game and it ran hard.
So Tyson Hunka, our Paramount Elite Player of the Game, for all your general contracting and home restoration needs, Paramount Elite.
And to go along with that, both offensive and defensive lines, I thought did a great job tonight. You get some pressure here and there, but no mental breakdowns that I could see throughout the game. The big penalties were the 15-yard face mask that really, put them in a bind a few times on both sides of the ball. Right. But, being a former coach, you hate to see either team lose a game like that, and you're happy to win a game like that. And both teams, they have a, great outlook the rest of this season. Like I said, Jackson will get in the playoffs, with the amount they bring in, and they're going to be a dangerous team. And I think they're getting better each week. And the same with Green. Green's just, it didn't break. Like I said, special teams, everything. Just a well-coached, great football game to watch.
And it ends with the Green Bulldogs on top, thanks to Ryan Bevere on the sidelines. Thanks to my partner, Brian Beatty. And thanks to Ryan Rainsberg back in the studios. My name is Clint Scroggs. Again, the final score tonight from Green, the Bulldogs 21. And the Jackson Polar Bears 17 on the Sardis scoreboard. You've been listening to High School Football presented by the Sarshone Auto Group on Q92.
And now
Q92.